You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog.
Woo, woo.
My name is Kinsey, and I am your host, and it is Friday. I'm so excited.
Here we go.
We have got one of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who's never lost a debate, Skip Bayless.
Let's go, Skip.
Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, and two-time All-Pro quarterback, Aqib, Talib.
Yeah.
3-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl winning safety, TJ Ward.
Yeah.
Woo. I am up against it today. I got to do battle with two former Broncos. I think they think I'm going to get orange crushed today.
Hey, don't say shit about them Broncos today.
I will remind you, one time Dallas and Denver played in a Super Bowl, and the Cowboys crushed the Broncos.
Did they? What this was?
1960? It was way before your time. It happened.
NFL?
Trust me. Look it up. Google it.
Before the merger?
Yeah, before the merger.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, that don't count as good.
Yeah, it did.
That's a world championship. That ain't a Super Bowl.
No, it's a Super Bowl.
A state chip.
Oh, stop it.
Let me tell you guys, the boys are fired up today. The energy is high, so we're going to have a good episode, and here's what we got on today. Drake May and the Pats host Josh Allen and the Bills.
Yep.
And can New England lock down the AFC East this weekend? Is that the game that you guys have a bet on right now?
No. We got Green Bay at Buffalo.
I thought it was.
Right?
Nah.
No.
Let me see.
Was it Green Bay?
It says Skip picks Bills.
I got to get
Aqib.
your bets right, man.
Yeah, the Patriots and the Bills, right?
Oh, maybe it's the Eagles and the Bills. I don't know.
Oh, it's Eagles.
Eagles.
Eagles and the
That's it.
Bills.
There you
Eagles
go.
and
There
Bills.
you go. There you
I knew it was
go.
a future game.
These
Yeah.
boys are betting animals.
Yeah,
I can't
future
keep up.
Eagles games. Yeah, future Eagles games.
All I know is that they love to bet and use Underdog. But Jalen Hurts has been catching serious heat after his 4-interception performance on Monday Night Football loss. Does the reigning Super Bowl champ deserve the hate? And then Shedeur Sanders heads to the Windy City as the Browns take on Chicago Bears. What can we expect from Sanders after the heartbreaking loss last week? As always, you guys, this show is presented by Underdog. And if you are new to Underdog, today is the day. Get $75 in bonus entries when you play just $5. And Jonathan Taylor Gimme Pick is on right now, so use code GRID. Underdog is available in most states, including Florida, California, and Texas. So support the show, claim your bonus, and start playing today with code GRID. So first things first, we got to get to the Bucks last night. So I think they've fallen apart. Our guy Gerald last night, he texted our arena group chat and said the Bucks are gonna buck. And they scored early in the fourth quarter, took a 14-point lead, and then the wheels fell right off. The Falcons scored on their final 3 possessions, including a touchdown following Baker pick to cut the lead to 2, and then, of course, the field goal right as time expired. So Tampa Bay head coach, he managed to drop 7 F-bombs in 30 seconds about their performance. So let's take a look.
You tell them in the locker room after a game like this? It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. It gotta fucking mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your fucking livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that shit. It was in the fucking excusable, man. There's no fucking answer for it. That's for no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the fucking mirror.
And I don't think
Look
he
in the
cussed.
fucking mirror, man.
Cuss.
Woo!
He pissed off. He was clean, though. I like the hoodie with the turtleneck.
The language wasn't
You
clean.
forgot about the F-bombs because of the outfit?
Yeah.
Foles one of them.
Fit was appropriate, you know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
Speech was appropriate, too. Shit, you got a fucking care, Skip. You feel me?
You do.
I think he's been listening to you a little too much.
He been watching the Gridiron for sure.
Listen to a little too many F-bombs. But Baker Mayfield, who is playing some of his worst football since joining Tampa, took the blame for the loss also. So I want to hear from
disappointing, obviously, but falls on my shoulders. Can't turn the ball over. Can't have that interception. And then just gotta hit Mech in stride on that third down. Listen, you can say what you want about being up 2 scores and the defense right there, but we have to be better on offense, and it comes down to how I play. And this one's going to haunt me. This falls on my shoulders.
So in the beginning of the season, we were loving the Bucks, and
We?
then
Or Skip and Gerald were loving the Bucks.
you know what?
Y'all used to call me a Bucks hater, right?
These
I
are
was a
my
Bucks
we,
hater?
though. These
I
are
was
my
telling
guys.
the truth. I was telling the truth about the Bucks, Skip. I told you.
Which was?
Baker gonna be Baker. He gonna show them flashes, but it's just not always consistent. You know what I'm saying? It's up and down. It's just real regular. You know what I'm saying?
And it went from up to down. It's been a roller coaster.
Not bad, but it's just regular, you know?
We've been making a lot of excuses because we said, Bucky Irving's out, Mike Evans is out. Everybody was healthy. Everybody's back. They got that offense back.
Except for Kate Otten, who they missed last night. But go ahead.
Well,
Kate Ogden.
They gonna put it at 30.
We want to win.
yeah.
If they score 30, you score 31.
Yeah, shit.
I would like to
He's the clutchest guy in America, right, Skip?
What you want me to do?
Is he still the clutchest guy in America? Yes or no?
Ask the question.
I would like to be middle-aged Kirk Cousins if I was Baker. That's what I want. But Skip, how much is Baker to blame for this collapse?
All right. I am obviously one of Baker's biggest supporters and defenders. And I want to make a quick, clear point to you. He had 4 miraculous great escapes to start this year. I'm talking about 4 of them because it was at Atlanta, it was at Houston, it was at Seattle. Do you remember this?
Yes, week 2, 3, and 4, and
Okay,
5.
and one was home against the Jets. And he played the hell out of the Eagles, who got way ahead, and then here came Baker Bacon on them, and he almost caught them at the end. But they did beat, it was Mac Jones and the 49ers to get to 5-1. And then, predictably, the league exposed the Bucs more than it exposed Baker Mayfield. I am not going to defend Baker for last night because that was on his shoulders, and he took it all, which that team will appreciate because I believe both of you would like to have played with Baker Mayfield. I think he's fun to play with, and I think you would have loved it. Even you think he's just regular, as in mediocre. That's what you're trying to say. But, right? But you would still love playing with and for Baker Mayfield.
I would like to play with Baker.
Okay, all right. So,
like his personality.
Okay, but what was happening last night for the whole game, Tampa kept getting exposed and getting exposed here. Tampa was trying to lose the game because Tampa's defense is not very good. They're 23rd in points scored, points allowed. And if you look at what happened last night, Atlanta wound up with 476 yards. So Baker said, put it all on me. But in the fourth quarter alone, Kirk freaking Cousins threw for 154 yards.
Cooking.
Yeah, just cooked them. And they go, this is Atlanta in the fourth quarter. 65 yards in 8 plays, touchdown. 67 in 10 plays, touchdown. 45 yards in 9 plays for a field goal, including converting a 4th and 18 that I will get to in just a second. That's on the defense. And Todd Bowles, let me say this about I've been around Todd Bowles enough, and I know the Glazer ownership. They will be shocked that he cursed publicly, because I've never heard him curse publicly like that. And I think it was called for because they've lost 5 out of 6 games. They are in free fall. They are collapsing. And they collapsed with a 28-14 early fourth quarter lead last night. And I'll say this about Baker, to your point. Baker's a fighter. He's an overachiever. He's a 2-time walk-on in college football who won the Heisman Trophy. He's the first overall pick in the draft, who a lot of people didn't believe in. And he got off to a hot start in Cleveland. Stefanski ran him out of town. He bounced around the league, and he's put Tampa back on the map. And he's been very good for Tampa, and they're very happy with him. But the point about Baker Mayfield is, and I think Todd Bowles was calling him out, saying it's a select few that I'm putting this on, and that would obviously start with the quarterback. Baker has always been better fighting back as the underdog, as it's going to take a miracle to pull this game out. So last night was the flip of this, because Atlanta had 19 penalties. That's by far a franchise record. So they just kept saying, no, we don't want it. You take it. You take it. You take it. And Baker said, all right, we'll take it. It's 28-14. And Baker's never been a great front runner. That's where you just got to make the plays to put the game away. So obviously, Atlanta goes and scores a touchdown, and Baker tries to hit it and drop it into the honey hole to Mike Evans against the cover 2. And he's a little short with it because he'd been wild high all night long, and it was just a little short. And D. Alford, who once picked off Tom Brady and pick-sixed it in the Super Bowl, he made, I thought, a spectacular catch over his head. It was a really good catch, worthy of you or you. And that's the first mistake. And then he's got a Buka on a 2nd and 14. If he hits a Buka in stride, I think the game's over. I think because it's 2:25 left. And he's a little late and a little behind. It's a yard behind, and that's the ball game. And there were 2 fumbles that were lost in the fourth quarter that I don't know how Atlanta recovered.
Man.
Right.
They recovered both of them, and I still, the first one was by the center, the offensive lineman, the center, by the Falcons, and there were 4 bucks on the football, and I'm like, that's impossible. How do you,
that hunger.
how do you get it? But the Bucks didn't argue, so I guess he sneaked it out of the pile. And then Cousins somehow recovered his own late fumble. That would have ended the game. And yet he was fighting with one of the Bucks for the ball, and he said he let go because he's hearing the play called in his helmet, like, I got to go. I got to, so I'm not going to fight anymore. And they said tie goes to the runner. You know, it was a 50-50 ball, and they gave it to the offense. So either one of those fumbles goes the other way to the Bucks, and the Bucks win the game. But in the end, they're in huge trouble, and I'm glad that Todd Bowles went F-bombs and called them out, because that showed complete desperation on his part. And Baker, for the last 5 games, he's got a bad shoulder, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse.
Don't.
I'm not. But again, he has not played to Baker's ability for the last 5 games, and we still got 3 to go. So let's see.
I just remember sitting. I probably was in the same chair, probably the same spot, and it was just like he was just on a pedestal. Like we could have got a Baker fat head and put on the glass. Like it was amazing. Like weeks 1 through 6, it was you and Gerald. Just he was the clutchest guy in the league.
Well, he was. Was that wrong? Was he not?
I said he wasn't. I said he pretty clutch, but clutches in the league. We talked about it for weeks in a row. So,
do you remember when you picked Sam Darnold at Seattle? What happened? Do you?
I don't remember that.
Okay, thank you.
I don't remember that. I just
Selective memory on that.
I remember the Baker pedestal. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to trash Baker like that. He's a good player. You feel me? He's solid. But we can't put him on a pedestal, Skip, because we got to look at his whole career. His whole career has pretty much been like this season. This season is pretty much sums up Baker's whole career, does it not?
Okay, he still has the highest quarterback rating in the postseason in NFL history. So he's played really well when it really mattered. So is that just mediocre? Is that just regular?
Okay, we don't care about completion percentage. I could throw you 17 checkdowns and throw 20 passes, and my completion percentage is great. Like, that don't win you games. Completion percentage don't win you games. That's my point. But with all that being said, Baker ain't played terrible last night. I don't think he lost the game for them. You know what I'm saying? He did throw the pick. That gave him life. He did miss a Buka on the drive before. You know, he could have ended it.
The last drive.
The last drive. He did miss a Buka on the last drive. But, man, you got to give that defense some of that blame for sure, man. If you let Kirk come out and cook for 3 straight possessions, 65, 67, 45, and a field goal, just like you said, you definitely a part of the blame. You recovered a fumble, you win the game. Like, you had a bunch of opportunities to win the game. You know
and by the way, Todd Bowles does call the defense.
I was going to say, he doing all that cussing up there.
Okay.
He needs to get his guys out of that mug look and play regular zone. You mug half the time. Your linebackers and your safeties can't get their eyes on the quarterback because they're trying to get into their drop. So he needs to go in the mirror, start cussing at himself, because that don't even make no sense, all that cussing you doing on national TV.
And it ain't really been working all year.
Not all year. But, like, it comes down to 3rd and 28 and 4th and 14 for the game.
It's ridiculous.
3rd and 28
it's impossible.
And 4th and 14.
Yeah.
Not to mention the ball Stalin dropped, or the receivers. Isn't it Stalin?
Yeah.
Dropped on the wide open for the tug.
Seal.
Seal.
Yeah.
Seal.
Yeah.
Dropped for the tug. But, man, that defense, man, I look at Antoine Winfield Jr., great player. Your safety got 13 tackles. It's
that's a problem.
That's a problem.
I know.
I lead a game with 13 tackles. I'm like, woo, I'll hit that stat sheet up. But we took a big L because there's a lot of tackles coming downfield. So, man, that defense, they got to take 80 to 85% of that blame. I put 15% on Baker, missed a couple passes, late pick. Late pick, we still love 14. And I know he said, he got to put some weight on his shoulders and not the defense, but he really feeling like, defense got to stop somebody at some point.
A little bit more than 15 though, like a little bit more than 15.
I mean, he got his dogs back. Evans went for 130. Godwin almost had 100. Like
that was one of the easiest picks of Alfred's career, bro. He showed, man, boom, flash.
But he did stay inside a little bit longer.
He showed,
I can see why Baker.
He worked the shit
out
out.
But that was a good call by their defense because they were playing man. So he think he gonna trail number 2. Last minute, he go out, that was a nice play. Alfred's a dog now. He was doing shit all game. He was strapping.
He played a good game, but if you one of them guys, that's simple, bro. That's simple. You know it ain't.
14.
As soon as I see the cornerback bailing,
3 minutes
as soon as
left.
I see the young cornerback bailing like this, it ain't man. Like, how can I think this man and he's bailing? He's bailing like this.
That's
you don't
the
play
quarterback
man like that. So
to take
which
that
one? The D. Alford pick?
Yeah, Alford pick.
No, I know.
Kobe Bryant is bailing out like sideways.
Kobe
running.
was bailing all game.
But that ain't man coverage. As soon as I see that bailing right there, okay, let me figure out what it is, because it ain't man. He's not playing man coverage like that. Because you just don't play man like that at corner, bud. I know you.
Sometimes if you ain't got the press technique, like we know Kobe Bryant's a young corner that he was stumbling and bumbling in a lot of that game.
He wasn't a lot of man. He wasn't playing no man. They stopped playing man when he started getting hit up.
He was getting hit, but
he's not playing man like that.
14.
Baker got to be better, bro. You don't throw that pick, you probably win the game.
Bro, he almost scored third 28. They was down. They missed both 2-point conversions and still got in the position to kick the game-winning field goal. Like, that's crazy to me. That's scoring 3 times.
And how many penalties they had as well?
19.
What the fuck, man? I thought they was trying to get Raheem Morris out of there. I'm like, oh, they don't want Raheem in Atlanta. All these flags. This is sabotage.
I ain't saying it's all on Baker, but it's a little bit more than 15%.
Like what? Like 25?
Like 60-40.
40 Baker?
Yes, if you don't throw the pick, you probably win. If you hit a Buka, you probably win. Like them late games that good quarterbacks make those plays and close games
25%.
out, bro.
25%, I give that.
I give him 60-40, bro.
Just for today, I'm going to give you 60 on this.
There you go.
Baker deserves 60 just because quarterback always deserves the most blame.
And if you got a chance to seal the game at the end as a quarterback, bro, come on.
Just make that
throw.
He loves to make
but
the
you don't
sensational
think that
play.
14 points is sealed with that much time on the clock? That's a sealed game.
Man, fuck no. We done seen way worse than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the NFL, bro. It's the National Football League.
I know you know Raheem. You love Raheem.
I do.
I don't know him, but I really like him from a distance, and I was rooting for him to survive because this is not gone. Speaking of collapsing, they have collapsed also. They've got quarterback injury issues. They try to go with Penix, and here we go, and we're about to talk about who is Kirk Cousins. I've never liked him, but he'll do this every once in a while when you least expect it. But when I look at Raheem's roster, last night, Kyle Pitts had, 11 for 166. It's the first time a tight end has gone for more than 150 and 3 touchdowns since my man Shannon Sharp did it all the way back in 1996.
Right.
Okay? So he had a game, and I loved him coming out of Florida because he was 6'6", 250, and ran 4.4.
Highest drafted tight end ever.
He had a good game.
All that.
Okay?
No
and yet, since his rookie year, he hadn't had 100 yards receiving. He had one his rookie year, and he hadn't had one since. So he has underachieved until last night. It's another statement about this defense. Come on, man. And yet, we've talked about Bijan Robinson. He's just the most gifted running back in pro football. I've never seen anything quite like him.
I mean, it's a few out there right now, but
I know, but when you do the total package with the hands in the route running,
man, it's crazy.
My God, what did Raheem tell you about? You ought to come see our practice.
Yeah, he say you got to see him in practice, man.
Because he's like freak of nature, where you just say you can't be that big, that strong, that fast, that quick with those hands.
And he running fades on corners.
Yeah, back shoulder,
one arm.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Different.
So you're working with that. So Atlanta's got that, and Kyle Pitts. You think, and they didn't even have Drake London last night. They got like freaks, man, everywhere.
Dude, Kyle Pitts a little Mike Evans.
He should be. He hadn't been.
Yeah, he's had that potential, but I don't know if he is.
Yeah,
man. Kyle. I mean. He be balling. I mean, Drake London.
Drake London does. Yeah.
Drake London is a baller.
He's a little Mike Evans.
And guess who leads the NFC in sacks and is second to your Broncos in sacks in the NFL?
Falcons.
The Falcons.
Yeah, them young bulls.
Pierce is he's a stud, man.
So they got the pieces.
So you got all kinds of like firepower, star power. We just say,
Left
look,
tackle.
look, woof. Hey, come on, man.
They just don't got the quarterback.
They don't have the quarterback until every once in a while you get a Kirk Cousins game.
I think Kirk Cousins is
It's what?
Is everything you expect. I mean, last year I don't think they had the best unit. But,
Are we moving on to
Kirk
Cousins?
Yeah, let's move on to Kirk Cousins.
Because
we do need to dive into Kirk Cousins, because I've always loved Kirk Cousins. You haven't. Yeah.
I just don't. I like him as a guy. I mean, I think he's a great guy.
After that game, I just imagine him in the locker room being like, you like that? I did like that.
I like that shit too, Kim.
And he seems like such a great guy, but he threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. This man is what, 38 years old or something? 37 years old.
Yeah.
Obviously all of which to Kyle Pitts, so Kyle Pitts, great game as well. Hats off to you. But Kirk has not really had what he thought he was going to have at Atlanta. He signed a $180 million deal, which is crazy. He's made $321 million in his
It's unbelievable.
320.
If you rounding up.
It is.
Oh, we got to round up.
320.
Can't sleep on that.
Leave that 690 change out there.
Yeah.
Round that on up to 322.
So I need to know, Skip, has Kirk Cousins been worth all the money he's made in his career? That's a lot of money.
Not even close.
Not even fucking close.
He's been at the right place at the right time every time to play the system for all it was worth. And he is the embodiment of the NFL's biggest problem, which is there's never enough quarterbacks to go around.
Yeah.
The best thing about Kirk Cousins that I can say is also the worst thing. He's always been pretty good. And because he's always been pretty good, Washington's sitting there looking at him like, can we do better than this? Maybe not. Let's tag him. Let's tag him again. Let's give him that money. And then all of a sudden the Vikings are saying, wait a second. He's pretty good. He's better than what we've had. Let's give him all the money we have to give him because that's what the market dictates that we have to give him. And then the Falcons fell right into the Kirk Cousins trap because he'll always tease you with games like this. I don't know if you guys remember. Last year, Monday Night Football, second game of the year. Eagles are about to go on their roll and go win it all and crush Kansas City in the chip. Second game of the year is at Philadelphia on Monday night. Do you remember Kirk Cousins in that game? He went crazy. And they come back and win it just like last night, 22-21. He throws to Drake London, 7-yard touchdown pass, 34 seconds left. Wait a second, the Falcons beat the Eagles in Philadelphia? Well, that was a Kirk Cousins tease you game because it won't stay. It won't be consistent. And then here we go last night, Thursday. He's been always very good on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
He kind of likes the bright lights. He'll come alive.
Get in the primetime game and show off.
Yeah.
All right, but to my eye, the reason, again, I think he's a really good guy.
I know, and I'm biased.
Okay, I understand. But when I watch him, it always looks like his helmet's too big for his body, like he's a little kid in the huddle with a giant helmet on. And then it's like he's throwing a Nerf football because he throws puff passes where they just float like a hot air balloon. They just kind of float through the air where I say, there's no arm strength here at all. But he just knows how to play. And if you get rid, it's like Tua, if you get rid of it quickly enough to somebody who's about to come open, it works. So he can always make it work pretty well. But there's no big arm, there's no velocity, which is why he was once upon a time a 4th-round pick. So I'll sum this up. Look at the highest, the quarterbacks who have made the most money in the history of pro football. Number 1 is Matthew Stafford, won a Super Bowl. Number 2 is Aaron Rodgers, won a Super Bowl. Number 3 is Tom Brady, who won a whole bunch of Super Bowls. Number 4 on the list is Kirk Cousins, who's won 1 playoff game.
1 and 4.
He's won 3. I think it is 1 and 3. Am I right?
I think
1 and 4.
Is it 1 and 4? Okay, 1 and 4 in the Super Bowl. Okay, so he's won 1 playoff game, and he's the 4th highest paid quarterback ever. That's ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
It's just because he's a pretty good quarterback who was at the perfect place where the market had to pay him and had to pay him and had to pay him. And then every once in a while, he has a Kirk Cousins game in which last night he threw for 154 in the 4th quarter.
Right.
Do the math on that. That'd be over like 600 yards for a game. It would be
right.
Okay.
So I say he. I'm with you, Skip. For Bub gonna defend you.
Yeah, I'm defending you. I got you, Kurt.
Say he earned every dollar, but I say the same thing. He'd just pop up on one of these primetime games. And look great, and that'll give him hope for the next season, like the Saints game when he came back.
He did.
Storm that game. Like
that was a
Eagles
playoff game.
That's a playoff game. That's his one dub.
Yeah.
Like, so he always showed him flashes, but man, He gonna give you solid numbers, but when them playoffs start, I feel like that's where you make this money at. And he fucking 1-4. That mean you've been to the playoffs 4 times in 13 years.
Yeah, and by the way, he lost to Daniel Jones at home in a playoff game.
Yeah,
he did
like,
that. Okay,
like that's four trips to the playoffs
Yeah.
in 13 years for the $322 million.
Yeah.
I just expect more. I expect more from that. I expect
That's fair.
like you said, Tom Brady, he'd have earned $333 million over 23 years, and he got numerous Super Bowls. You got Peyton Manning, he'd earned $245 million on the field over 18 years.
Yep.
He got 2 Super Bowls, 4 appearances, 2 wins.
It's also the market. That's you always
Yeah, I know
say,
it's always the market gonna go up, but we talking about if you deserve them dollars. Pat Mahomes, he part of this market. He got $232 million over 8 years so far. Already got 3, so that's worth it to me. If you gonna ask me, does somebody deserve damn near $500 million, $250 million type shit?
Yeah.
You gotta have some playoff dubs. It gotta be some
I think
Matthew
you gotta have a
Staffords.
Super Bowl win. For
It
that.
got to be a Super Bowl appearance at least. You can't be 1-4 in the playoffs and justify what Bud finna do, how you deserve $250 million for one fucking playoff win. That's bullshit. Like that's terribly sideways.
I just feel we all know this is the ultimate team game, right?
It is.
Individually, right? He 8th overall in passer rating, 5th all time in completion percentage.
Like
right?
that stuff don't do
But
nothing.
listen, let me get to my point. Skip, you just named the top 5 earners, right? I got them 2. Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson on that list, right? Russell Wilson, Matt Stafford, Matt Ryan got to the Super Bowl. They all had the same win percentage, around 50%. You know what's the difference between those guys and Kirk Cousins?
Chips.
Top 10, top 5 defenses.
Playoff wins.
Kirk Cousins playing with a 13th ranked, which is best defense entering the playoffs, 27th ranked, 24th ranked, and 31st ranked defense. Come on now. Give my man some help.
So it's his bad defense.
Defense wins championships. When he lost to the Giants in that playoff game, he went 31-39 passing. How much better can you get?
He did.
You know what that defense did? They was 31st ranked. They gave up a loss and with 30-something points to Danny Jones.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
New York.
Shredded him.
Danny New
Come
York.
on now.
Right?
It's called winning.
We need some defense.
Hey,
now, you just said
we need some
he
wins.
performed under the bright lights. That's when your quarterback's supposed to perform the best, right?
Yep.
He performed individually. He doing his thing. I can't help my defense go out there and I got Kevin Stefanski calling my offense. What you want me to do?
I want you to win.
I got a good agent.
I want you to win.
He look at me. He look at what I'm doing on the field, and I'm worth this money. I'm worth Russell Wilson money.
Russell
I'm worth Matt Ryan money. I'm not throwing to Julio Jones. Tom Brady has had a top 10 defense every time he hit the Super Bowl. Every time he hit the Super Bowl, Tom Brady has a top. No, Tom, you the GOAT.
You throwing the GOAT. Stephon Diggs.
Look, top 10 every time. Legion of Boom, number 1. Aaron Rodgers ain't been back to the Super Bowl since his defense wasn't number 2. Ain't been back. Number 2 defense. Okay. So, get a man some help. Kurt, you like that? My dog worked it, man.
Hey,
he come out, do what he got to do.
He ain't working hard enough.
He can't work. He can't outwork the defense out there. Ain't stopping nobody. 31 for 39.
Give some of that $330 million back. Maybe you'll get a defense.
Hey, look, he
they
lost
fucking
to
paying
Green
Kurt all the
Bay
money.
In the playoffs, right?
Kurt taking all the cash, nigga. That's why he can't get no defense.
Taking all the cash.
He's taking all the fucking money, bro.
No, he got 2 franchises. He got the 3-year deal in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Then he got his deal with Atlanta.
That's why you can't.
You got to put somebody. You got to help my dog out. You can't have him just running up the stats and he ain't stopping nobody. You see Baker Mayfield put up 30 points on him last night. He still won the game. Golly.
TJ, you could give him the 85 Bears defense in a playoff game.
He's still a find a way to
That's crazy take.
Hey, I tell you what, you give Curry a top 10 defense, he be in the Super Bowl too.
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay,
he ain't never had a top 10 defense.
You watch.
So it's never been a quarterback who won. So it's never been a quarterback who won without a top 10 defense.
Name one.
I can't. That's not
Peyton
my job.
His defense was top when he was in Indy and top with us.
I guarantee you we could find a trash
I
defense.
bet you we can't.
Crazy as shit. It's been a lot.
Ryan's
made the playoffs with a trash Chiefs defense.
Matt Ryan's defense was trash.
And the Chiefs.
And what happened in the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs defense
biggest
was trash.
comeback all time.
The Chiefs defense was trash.
Couldn't finish.
The Chiefs defense was trash. They got to the playoffs. They started being better. Chiefs finna find it right now.
Look.
The Chiefs defense was garbage. Maybe his first, maybe his second. Their defense was garbage. They got to the playoffs. They started playing better. That was a bad defense all year.
Okay, but look, if you go play
even the Rams, games.
Matt Stafford, they was middle of the pack all season, but when them playoffs came, Aaron Donald turned it up, Ramsey turned it up, Von Miller turned it up. They had the #1 defense in the playoffs.
Stafford turned it up.
He ain't turning it up that much.
That's who turned it up.
He ain't turning it up that much.
I will.
That boy Stafford wasn't turning shit up in Detroit. Why didn't he get to the Super Bowl in Detroit?
I will say Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl and they were ranked 18th. Their defense.
Trash defense.
Did they win, Kinsey?
We ain't talking about winning. We just want you to win a playoff game. He's 1-4 in the playoffs, bro.
I'm talking bottom of the barrel. I'm not talking 18th. He won the playoff game when they was middle of the pack.
He's 1-4 in the playoffs, bud. We can't defend that shit.
I know, but Dak Prescott's two wins in the playoffs. He's got about $60 million.
Who is that?
He lost to Aaron Rodgers in one.
Quarterback. You said you win 2 playoff games. Here's $60 million.
Dak might be in the same boat. We ain't say Dak ain't in the same boat as Kirk. Them niggas in the same boat.
Hey, look.
Would you argue
They in the same boat. Shit.
We
need more playoff wins
for
the
the paper, man. If I had any type of deal, I'm taking Kirk. I'll give him the bag. At first, I was thinking like, you don't deserve it.
You'll be doing the same thing.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You'll be doing the same thing Todd Bowles did after your first playoff game.
Todd Bowles need to get his ass fired because you the D coordinator. And your team giving up 14, 17 points in 5 minutes left in the game. Don't blame it all on your players. Get them out that dumbass mug. Zone blitzes. That was stupid.
TJ.
Yes, sir.
Tom Brady's defenses over his last 4 or 5 years in New England were not that good. They're way overrated. He lifted he lifted Belichick's defense into the second Philly Super Bowl. Remember that? Belichick's defense gave up 41 in that Super Bowl to the backup quarterback for the Eagles, Nick Foles.
One game.
41 points.
Game, picked the wrong
Tom
day. Picked the wrong day.
Yeah, but Tom threw for an all-time playoff record 505 yards.
Wow, he found a way to win that game, Skip? For the $250 million, sometimes you got to fucking find a way to win.
We're talking about the GOAT here now. You brought up the GOAT.
All right.
TJ, you were talking loud enough that I actually was starting to believe, but then I had to look it up. In 2011, New York Giants 25th in points allowed. 2006, Indianapolis Colts 23rd in points allowed.
That's Peyton them. I was going to say Peyton them defense was trash.
20th in points allowed. So they had some pretty
trash defenses, and they found a way to win.
Let me see that.
So sorry, TJ. I think I got to go with the boys.
You said the Colts?
Hey, sometimes that quarterback just got to power up.
What was in turnovers though? I know they was getting that rock.
Wait, you ain't say what their defense was in turnovers and all that.
I'm saying right here, look.
You just said what their total defense was. How many yards they give up. Hey, Kurt, find a way to win, man.
Right here.
For the $250 million.
And the chat, 70% of them are saying he does not deserve the money he's made. So I think
nobody deserves.
Kurt a thief.
For once on this couch, Aqib and Skip were on the same page.
Right. I'm planning on going against Skip all day.
I'm going to support that because I
plan on going against Skip all day today. That Bug say that old crazy shit. Come on, man.
I don't see that often.
You like numbers, don't you?
All right, guys, we got to talk about the NFC South because right now it is wide open for the Panthers to take it over, and they now have to play each other twice, okay, in 3 weeks at the end of the season. So every single game is going to matter immensely. Skip, who wins the NFC South?
I'm hanging with my boy Baker.
Love it.
I like him more in this underdog role, and now they're in the underdog role. Now they're not favored to win the South after they were prohibitively favored all year to run away with the South. I think if they have to, they can beat Carolina twice. Carolina, to me, is the weirdest team in pro football this year because they beat the Rams at home, they beat the Cowboys at home.
Confusing.
Yeah, and they lost to the Saints at home, as did the Bucs. I just think with Mike Evans back, Mike Evans was really good last night.
He was.
Yeah,
and
come back like that.
Late in the game, Chris Godwin started to get his legs underneath him because he caught the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So,
a few third downs in there.
Yeah.
Looking real good.
Okay, so I just still think they're a little better on offense, obviously, than Carolina is. So if they have to beat them twice, they'll beat them twice. And the X-factor game on Carolina's schedule is Seattle is going to Carolina, and Seattle is invincible on the road. So I think that's going to be an L. I'm chalking that up as an L. So just by math, I just think Baker will figure out how to survive it. And I still like what Todd Bowles did. I think it'll create a sense of urgency and desperation in that locker room that wasn't there before last night. So I'm still going Bucks.
Ooh,
I ain't got the Bucks.
You're out on the
Bucks
Bucks?
can't beat nobody twice. Y'all just talk bad about Baker. How he gonna do that? With all that, he not clutch and average and the same guy, and
it's just still hard for me to believe in the
Panthers on the
Panthers.
road.
It's still so
Yeah.
They
confusing
can't
for
even
me.
win at home. They lost the 2
They
division games back to back at home.
At home.
That's crazy. You can't lose 2 back-to-back division games at home and think you're going to beat the division leaders twice, one on the road and one at home. Shoot, you don't even got no home field advantage. At this point, then you got to play Miami, who offensively is shredding right now.
They are.
They ain't going to be able to stop Achin.
No.
He gonna slice and dice their ass,
Yeah.
and Bo's going to be on here cussing again.
Yeah.
Talking about what they not doing. So I don't see it. I don't see it, man. They 1-5 in the last 6 games, man. They better find something. They better find some mojo. Go hit Austin Powers and them up. Get you some mojo.
Find
and
some late
maybe-
season.
You feel me? They need some something.
I'm with TJ, man. I was riding with the Bucks. I was trying to ride with them, but they just dropping these games. You can't drop these games. These are division games. Like, that's gonna have you fucked up. Even if y'all do split with the Panthers, you lose to Seattle, you split with the Panthers, y'all gonna end up with the same record. They end up with the same record. The Panthers gonna go now, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the Panthers gonna go. I'm not totally sure, but I think if they end up, if the Panthers lose to Seattle, then they split with the Bucks, had the same record at the end, the Panthers gonna be in first place. They gonna have a tiebreaker, if I'm not mistaken. So that's how I think that's how I think it's gonna play out. So you losing these games to the Saints, you're losing these games to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Those are the games that give you the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't lose those games. You can't lose the division games because that's what it's gonna come down to. So
But
I think the Panthers gonna end up with the better division record. They're gonna tie. They're gonna have a better division record. Panthers gonna go for that reason. So I'm with you on the same game, Skip. I don't think they'll beat them twice. I think they'll split. Hey man, Baker does it again.
I think you were going to agree with me, and then when he went Carolina, you said you got to go that way.
Nah, I show you my notes, Skip.
He already
Look, who
made
wins
it.
the NFC South? Blank.
Blank?
I was just going back and forth on
You
it.
just couldn't decide.
I just
yeah.
really couldn't decide.
I just feel as much as they had at stake last night, knowing that this was going to be a pivotal game for them to win, and you just go out there and lay an egg, especially in the second half like that on defense, and you speak to what Todd Bowles was speaking about, them fumbles that they didn't recover when they had 4 guys over the top. That goes to hunger. Like that ball on the ground, you're doing everything to get that ball back. You let some center come from left field and stand up with the ball like, hey, look, I got it. Like, how does that happen? And then the quarterback recovered his own fumble, and I didn't know how he did that. Was crazy.
He really didn't though, but they gave it to him.
That was kind of quick, huh?
Yeah,
it was one of them quick calls.
If the Bucks get up with the ball, it should be their damn ball. Simple as that. Like,
Okay, so now the Bucks have 10 days to get ready for the game at Carolina. I like this team in that situation.
but they not stopping nobody though.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't stopping nobody.
And Dowdle and
I think they beat them one time. Maybe they do go to Carolina and beat them. Carolina come to Tampa and beat them. I don't think they're gonna beat them twice. That's just usually not how that division go. You know what I'm saying? Usually the winner of that division finish last. You know what I'm saying? But you know.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a dinner on Baker to win the South.
hey, sometimes it just be the
Ooh.
Bucks.
I like it.
I gotta
like
write this down.
You do?
You
Yeah.
play for the
take
Write
Bucks?
that
Take it.
down, Kinsey.
Skip.
Write that down.
Bucks
Yeah.
I like
over
that.
Panthers
Yeah.
for the South, NFC South.
Because if they tie, they're gonna go off division record, right?
Man, I don't need just.
I think what's tough is that the Bucks have Seattle. That's
They're gonna go off division record.
The Panthers
oh
have
the
Seattle.
Panthers.
Yes.
Okay.
But that ain't no division game.
That's
If
not
you
division
within
game.
the division, they gonna go off division record first if it's tied, I think.
And the Panthers
Okay.
got the Saints right this week,
Yep.
so
They're
I
at
think
the
that's
Saints.
a win.
Is it?
I mean, Show-
You
Show
sure
was
about
playing
that?
well.
You sure?
You know what? I'm not sure. I ain't sure.
There you go.
The Panthers better not
Yeah.
drop no division games, man. Them the ones. Them the ones that's gonna
Yeah,
be the tiebreaker.
I'm
And
not
that's what the Bucks is doing right now. Y'all losing the ones that y'all can't. Lose to Seattle. Lose to the non-division teams if you're gonna lose. You gotta win the division games, man.
64% of the chat thinks it's going to be the Panthers that are going to win the NFC South. I was going to go with the Bucks. I got to be honest. It's hard for me to believe in the
Panthers
Panthers.
defense playing
Do you
better,
let
man.
them talk you out of your position on this?
No, but I was the same. I had it written down. I was like, you can't go either way. I don't believe either of them are great teams.
Right.
I think they have
Who
their good
defense
games
playing
and
better, Skip?
the
Definitely
defense,
Carolina.
exactly.
That's what I'm going to ride with, man.
Who's running the ball better?
Carolina.
Yeah,
Well,
I like that.
they haven't had Bucky Irving all season long.
They have.
But yeah, but with
Yeah,
that,
no,
so
no,
what's
no.
the answer after that? After the excuse,
Buddy's back, so
after the excuse, what's the answer? Who's running the ball
I still
better?
believe in Bucky though.
Oh, I'm just saying.
And for some reason, the Panthers have taken off
Bucky
Rico
might be out
Dowdle's
again.
snaps, and I'm like,
tagged.
give Rico Dowdle the ball.
He probably got a little late. You know, how late in the season, guys be banged up. They don't really report
I know, but
it.
I have him on my fantasy roster. Keep giving
Little
him
hip,
snaps.
hip tightness.
I like the connection between Young and
Ted.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Ted. Yeah, Ted's
Young
been
Ted.
balling.
Young Ted
They
going on.
doing their thing.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks to win the NFC South. I'm gonna stick with it.
She's supporting you.
No. For a dinner.
For dinner,
For
we
a
locked in.
dinner.
That's two on the table right there.
I know. We got to
I
figure
like
out
them.
this
I know you like
Eagles
Green Bay
Bills.
this week in Parsons, them.
We're gonna have.
We'll
I
get
like-
there. We'll
I
get
like.
there in a
Yeah, we're
minute.
gonna get there,
Yeah.
but you know.
All I know is that Aqib and Skip love
I'm
spending
trying to put
time
that on the
together. That's
table
why
right
they
now.
love doing dinners instead of
Talk to
money
my
on
plug in Vegas about that one.
it. All right, let's get to the Colts because I'm still in shock that 44-year-old Phillips is going to start this Sunday for the Colts. Okay, so I'm not sure how this is possible, but here we are. And of course, Rivers in his first press conference back was having some fun and seems a little different than the COVID era. So let's take a listen. He just looks like a dad. That's a dad.
Look like a coach.
Let's
But he always looked like a coach.
What is your playing weight? What do you weigh right now?
Right this second? I'm not sure, Greg. How about that? That's an honest answer. And I will answer your question a little better on the playing weight, Greg. And not what it was when I walked off the field in Buffalo. All right? I can tell you that. But then I'll follow that up with I ain't never ran away from anybody anyway. Right? So I'm gonna. They people say, well, they're gonna know you're gonna be right there, and it's like, well, they knew that for 16, 17 years. So.
I
You
feel
can't
that.
help but laugh, but I think he thinks it's a joke too that he's coming back. But the reality, he heads to Seattle this Sunday, and they are a 2-touchdown underdog in Seattle. So, TJ, what do you expect from Phillip Rivers in the return at Seattle?
Man, you know what they always say, you ain't got to be scared to get your ass kicked. And my dog walking up to that podium, that's why they asked him how much he weighed, because his face all swollen. He looked like he'd been eating red meat and
Pork
barbecue,
rinds.
pork grinds,
And dessert.
and apple pies
Yeah.
and tarts.
Yep.
Man, that next walk to the podium, it's gonna be he gonna be sore. He gonna be limping up to that after the Seattle game, man. You see what Seattle did to Atlanta last week, man. They clicking on all cylinders, and
Seattle's
it's
a
gonna
force
be a
right
long
now.
day. I think that was nice. That 2 touchdown. I think that was nice. That was very
Woo.
nice. The odds makers, but I expect a lot of pain. You know, I do expect a lot of pain, you know, he's going to receive. And that turf is going to be cold. He ain't going to want to fall, so it might be some turnovers following that, man. We seen A-Rod when he don't want to get hit, it's going to be 10 times worse. So I really don't expect much, you know. If he throw a touchdown pass, hey, I'll be surprised. But
You'll be
they better-
surprised if he gets a touchdown.
yeah, for sure. They better keep handing that ball off. They better hand that ball off
Oh, they
all
gonna hand that
day
ball off.
and as long as they can. That's what I'm saying. Or else it's going to be really ugly.
I respect Phillip a lot, you know what I'm saying, just for coming
Yeah, I
back
do,
and
for sure.
you know, accepting the challenge. He definitely a competitor. We know that from playing against him. You respect his competitive edge for sure. But this shit gonna be hard for anybody, man. Any sport,
Yeah.
any athlete, anywhere, a pitcher, a designated hitter, a center in basketball, a point
Man,
guard.
coming on.
This is just tough for anybody to do. You sit out 5 years or whatever, and then come back at 44 years old or whatever the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying?
44.
44.
That's a tough thing to do, man. So I expect Seattle the coach to give you a heavy dose of JT. They if he run into a
Seattle
brick
knows
wall,
that's coming.
they just of course they know that's coming, but it don't matter. We gonna let him earn his money today. You can know it's coming. We gonna give you creative runs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of quick passes, a lot of play action, quick in the flats. They gonna get the ball out of his hands. But I expect them to turn the ball over a few times, man, because DBs, we like when you play like that because we don't really got to worry about you trying to hold the ball and get it downfield. Seattle defensive line is teeing off on everybody, man. They creating turnovers. So I don't think it's going to be a good outing from Phillip. He's going to be on the ground. Yeah, I'm with Bub. He's going to be on the ground a lot. He's going to turn the ball over, and it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day for Seattle. It's going to be a nice, loud, great day.
Don't agree with Aqib and TJ.
I do agree with you on one point. This man will compete.
Yeah.
This man is physically and mentally tough, but this man has been out of football for 5 years. And this man has gained at least 20 pounds from his playing days, because he was listed at 6'5", 228 in the COVID year, the last year that he played. 6'5", 228. I'm pretty sure that was 250.
That had to be 248 at least.
Yeah.
My dad's in better shape.
Cody
really, because the face is just fat.
I got to be honest.
Okay. Well, seriously. Okay. Here's what I don't get. Why would you choose now there? Because this is the loudest stadium in the league, so you can argue it's the toughest place to play in the league just for the sheer sound of it in your head, where you can't hear the snap. Everything's, it's like the circumstance is the worst. You're against a defense that is just flying right now. They're second in points allowed.
Going crazy.
They're second in pressure rate of the quarterback, so they are going to come after him like crazy. Jonathan Taylor, very quietly, has gone 3 straight games under 100. Okay, so you don't have that to fall back on. And on defense, you're going to be without Sauce, without Charvarius Ward, without DeForest Buckner. What?
Yeah.
Okay, so your playoff chances have fallen to 27%, and what are you doing? You know, like, why would you pick now to try this? If he were at home, even against a division rival, Jacksonville or Houston, or whatever, at least it would be at home where you could kind of control your fate a little better. I'm still not totally convinced that he's going to start, because the more I looked at what Riley Leonard did against Jacksonville at home, he played pretty well in that game. His QBR was 51, but he did some good things. So I know he's got a knee issue, and I don't know how bad it is, but I'm anxious to see how Phillip would do, just because of the curiosity factor of how can you just step out there and do this in that place? So I'm going to give him. Here's the line I see. I think he's going to throw it 30 times, because I think they'll have just as much success throwing as running, which will be not much. But I got him 18 of 30 for 190 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and I think they're going to get clocked. I think it's going to be. I got it 35-10 home team. Even though the home team hasn't played that well at home under Mike McDonald, they're only 7-8 at home under. Maybe that's why Phillip's looking at this. Well, they haven't been invincible at home. Maybe we got a shot here. But man, I think you're dreaming. I think you're trying to do the impossible if you think you can go in there and win the football game, because I do not see how they're going to keep it under 14, to your point, which is the point spread.
And I think even if they had a healthy Danny Dimes, I think they still would have lost it.
Yeah.
I think there was never any hope.
They're already
and then you
going
bring in
south.
a 44-year-old quarterback who hasn't played in 5 years.
Man.
But Seattle's a complete team. They look great. Obviously, you think Sam Darnold turns the ball over a little too much, but
Just does.
they're
He
winning
has
games
all year.
And that defense is a force.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing, is Seattle looking ahead a little bit? Because Thursday night at home, this coming Thursday, they got the Rams coming for the big rematch, and it's going to be the game of the year on Thursday Night Football. So that's the only thing I can see where they're going to overlook Phillip, and he's going to go out there and find a little rhythm. And I love the young tight end, Tyler Warren. I just love him, and he's going to be
I love him too.
This is where you have to go with the football, and maybe they'll be.
You're going to give him 10 targets for sure.
You have to.
Phillip like throwing to the tight end.
He does.
If you release him, then you're going to leave a little less protection. They better keep his ass in there chipping, doing whatever they can do.
But that don't mean he ain't going to get a target.
He's going to get one of them chip releases.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of them.
Man,
Seattle going crazy at home. They won their last 3 at home. They getting buckets at home.
I'm starting
Well,
early.
we do have a top
44,
5 offensive
27.
line.
I'm sitting
So
in
if
the
they can
house.
protect him a little
They
bit,
do have a good
they have a great
That's a
offensive
good
line.
point.
Protect
Yep.
him a little bit. Give
That
him an
is
extra
true.
second.
Yep.
maybe he'll drop some dots.
Yep.
Who knows?
Agreed.
Even if he do drop dots, they gonna hit his ass.
They gonna hit. I'm bringing 8 early.
That's what you got to do early.
Well, the good thing for the Colts is if he gets hurt, they're like, oh, thank you for the one game. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit his ass.
So to
early
TJ's point, Philip was asked in August, while he's still the high school coach, what would happen if you went back and tried to play right now, play in the NFL? And he said, I'd do pretty well, but he said I would need a wheelchair the next day. Okay, well, there you go. All right.
And that's different.
So that's probably what he's thinking. I'll be okay during the game, and then I'm going to limp to the podium after.
He got to take that flight. He going to swell up on that flight. They better put some compression on his ass, a body compression. He going to need a whole
Well, he's got a lot of new padding, right? On his body.
They got all kind of new stuff.
He's protected. All right, the arena is riding not only with Seattle, but saying it's going to be an absolute beatdown, and all agreeing it's going to be a beatdown. But we got to get to Shedeur and do some game picks for that, because Shedeur was the first rookie this season to throw for 300 yards and won Rookie of the Week, and now he's headed to Chicago. It's going to be a tough one, but Shedeur put a total of 4 touchdowns last week, and the Browns still managed to lose. So I think we obviously all put that on Kevin Stefanski.
Yep.
I don't even know what happened with the defense because it's one of the best defenses in the league. So maybe there's a little hope this weekend. Shedeur is going to Chicago. Skip, I need to know.
Yep.
What do you expect? I know you love Shedeur.
I love Shedeur. I believe in Shedeur, which is why right here, right now, I'm going to come with a little perspective, because as much as I've hyped the part of Shedeur I believe in, I still don't believe in his situation, especially if you take his situation to Chicago. So just for perspective, think about his degree of difficulty right here, right now. Your favorite website, Pro Football Focus, what does it rank the Browns' offensive line right here, right now?
Probably
dead last.
Dead
last. 32nd and last. What does it rank? Pro Football Focus rank the Browns' receiving core right here, right now.
Last.
Dead last.
I don't think that's
so Shedeur's got the worst offensive line.
I mean, not how they looked the last couple
Who
weeks.
they better than?
I mean, look. Go ahead, Skip.
Okay, but the point is he's making them look a little better than they are. And I do like Fannin Jr. because I think he's pretty good. I think he's like sneaky good. But the point is they're going to the Bears, who lead the league with 18 interceptions, and they're running away with the turnover differential. They're plus 17. Houston's next at plus 12. It's going to be 10-degree wind chill on Sunday. It's going to be one of the coldest games in the history of Soldier Field. So I don't love throwing the football in 10-degree wind chill to start with. And then the Bears, look what they did at Philly. They ran for 281 yards, and I just watched the Browns defense against the freaking Titans give up 184 yards rushing. Yeah. So you don't think that Chicago and Ben Johnson we are going to run it down your throats. As good as that defense has been in yards allowed, I think they're going to give up they're going to get a big dose of just boom, boom, boom. Lots of running. Caleb's going to run it some, because I don't think it's going to be much of a throwing day. Okay, so for Shedeur, what I've said from the start, he just gives them a way better chance to win than Flacco gave them or than Dylan Gabriel gave them, and he will give them a chance to stay in this game, but I do not believe they're going to win this game. So I got Shedeur going 15 of 25 with 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and it'll be for 205 yards, which will be pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he'll have 3 splash plays. You know, maybe 1 to Judy and 1 to Njoku and 1 to Fannin. Just 3 splashes that'll get him to 205. But I think they'll hang in a real low-scoring, hard-to-watch kind of a run game. And it'll be 20 to 13 Bears. And you'll sit back and say, well, that was the best Shedeur could do under the circumstances, given his supporting cast and his head coach that he's got.
I expect a little bit more from him,
Do you?
Skip. Yeah, I expect it to be
believes in him.
A Titans-like performance. Let me tell you why. I think
Wow.
he's going to throw for a lot of yards. Like, guys don't really give a fuck about the weather, Skip.
I don't know. 10-degree wind chill?
Hey, we ain't. They ain't.
Man, niggas gonna be out there with no sleeves on, and it's the adrenaline, Skip. You got heated benches. You put a coat on. You come off that bench. You go run around and play. So you don't even really feel that. The cold is overrated, honestly. You don't really feel that shit.
Yeah, wind is not
I ain't never had to
overrated.
throw the ball,
Yeah.
so
Okay,
I'm just
all right.
speaking from a DB perspective. But I think he's going to be in comeback mode all day. Like you said, I think the Bears offense is going to get after the Browns defense. They just, they've been roller coaster. They've been pretty good. But when you play an unfamiliar type of offense like this, you ain't seen these kind of runs and these kind of plays. I think they're going to be up the majority of the game, which is going to mean Shedeur going to have to throw the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in comeback mode, you have to throw the ball a lot. And the Bears don't get no pressure on the quarterback. They bottom of the league in sacks. They don't get no pressure. He had time to throw the ball. The Bears give up a bunch of yards. They take the ball away, but they give up hella yards. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'd have good yards. He had time to throw the ball, and he'd have a solid day, man. He might throw a pick. That's what they do. They take the ball away. They're probably going to take the ball away from him once. Probably going to get a fumble from somebody on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's going to have them in comeback mode because they're going to turn the ball over like that. But I think it's a solid day from Shedeur, man. I give him 220, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I hope you're right.
Touchdowns.
Very similar to Tennessee because he's going to be in comeback mode. In comeback mode,
Tennessee
you got to throw the ball.
364, though.
I mean, it's a lot of yards and a great day from Shedeur. I don't think they win the game, though. I got the Bears 28-23, but I think 2 of those touchdowns come from Shedeur.
That would be impressive.
And I think it's another game where we back in the arena on Monday like, hey, told you he a starter, bro. You're like a real starter to me.
Yeah, man, I'm leaning more towards Lieb on this one. Especially, I went back, negate the Titans game. I went back and watched the Niners game and really see how the offense was, rolling before they had the muff punt, the kickoff return where the guy stepped out on the 6, the fumble, quarterback's handoff with Fannin, and all those blunders. The game was tight.
Tight as hell.
Tight as hell. Kittle made that big play before the half that really gave the Niners, the lead going into halftime.
Yep.
But the O-line was moving. They was running the ball. Juckin and Sampson was doing their thing. Now, some of the timing was off with Shedeur and the receivers, but I obviously fixed that against the Titans. And the Bears are not a formidable defense unless they're turning the ball over. If they don't have 2 turnovers a game, they're going to lose. And it's been proven. So if the Browns, we could negate the turnovers and fix the gaps that they were finding in the run game. And a lot of times when you on defense, when you have big games given up like that, you emphasize that all week. And don't think it's not a copycat league. I mean, if Ben Johnson don't already have a scheme set right now, he's going to take something from the Titans. Yeah. But the biggest thing he can't take is effort level. The Browns didn't tackle well. It wasn't doof by the Titans. It was one play here, one play there, chunk plays. You limit those chunk plays, you give Shedeur the ball more opportunities. He's getting more comfortable and more comfortable. The timing is getting better and better. They're not too great against the yards gained on defense, the Bears. And I don't think the win is going to be that, crucial. And shit, Caleb Williams got to throw in the win too. Yeah. And the Browns' defense is better than the Bears' defense, but the Bears just turn the ball over. They get those turnovers. But when they don't, they lose. Green Bay, and there's a few other games on here that they lost when they only had 1 turnover. So you even just give up 1 turnover.
But Shedeur is young. You think he's going to only
Caleb
have 1?
Williams young.
Not as young.
Maybe 1 year older.
Yeah.
Shedeur should have been a first round pick.
Yeah.
Caleb a first round pick. If you say who
But
you
he had a
want right
whole
now,
year to struggle.
I'm gonna take Shedeur.
Yeah.
He threw for almost 400 yards. I ain't seen Caleb do that. He threw for 300, 360 his rookie year. But you can't just tell me Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than Shedeur. Hell nah. It's gonna come down to coaches. Don't F it up.
Yeah.
How about that one? Whoever coach better.
You could
I know, but I
let that shit go.
let it go. Let it go.
Let it go, baby.
Don't work against your team, man. Fix them corrections in the run defense, secondary. Ward, Delpit, I need y'all to lead the secondary, man. Make sure y'all tackling, hustling to that rock. Y'all the heart and soul of that defense along with Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Hey, the rookie playing well up front for him. Man, I think this is a prime win to have for the Browns, man.
Really? You think the Browns
I
going
think
to win?
they can win, man. I think they can win. I got 24-20. I got 24-20.
24-20.
Hey, don't if Shedeur go win this game right here, they might as well sign him right now.
Man, hello.
Sign him right now, man. Give him a contract right now, man.
You know what I don't want to see?
It's a battle of the North, AFC, NFC. It's damn near a division game. So let's see who come out and do their thing. So
after last week's performance, if I see a Wildcat I'm gonna lose it
Out.
because
Yeah.
at this point in your season, it's over, it's done. Give him some opportunity in the red zone. You got to see what you got.
He threw his first pass in the red zone as a touchdown.
Yeah, and then they're like, let's take him out
last week.
You feel me?
Right?
And another thing, real quick, the linebackers got to do, man. You got to get, and this is what the Titans were doing. They were tandem blocking and then reaching up to the linebackers. Linebackers, you got to step up sooner. You see that tandem, get that double team off your D lineman. Because they're going to double team and push them right into you, and you ain't going to be able to make the play. So as soon as you see that tandem, get up, make it a single block, and then you can make more plays.
Well,
that's how you limit the run.
The kid from UCLA can play.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He's
he's a baller.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Got caught up a couple times.
I love it. Keep saying it's not that cold, -10. You just go over and put your coat on, but you don't have to grip the football and hold it.
Yeah,
throw it.
Skip, it's 2025.
But
Skip,
Joe
they got
Burrow
all
literally
kind
did
of
say
shit.
last week, he said that doesn't affect his grip.
Because they got all kind of. He put his hand in that pocket. My hand super
Man,
warm.
I'll be on that coat.
Boop,
They
right
got
back in there.
they got the benches and then they got the heater blower. I'll be right next to the heater blower before the ball snapped.
I think it'd be hard
You'd be
to catch the
surprised
ball.
what Shador, what them quarterbacks have in their little pouches, man.
Well, Brady said he got 10 hand warmers. He keep one hand on one side. Don't think he ain't told Shador this, because you got to stop the air from going all the way through. So you keep that throwing hand in there, let it insulate, and then you
take
come
it out,
and you
play a
you know what I'm
snap,
saying?
and you right back to it. So the hand gonna be good. It's 2025, Skip. They ain't out here playing no ice bowls or nothing like that.
I think
That was a travesty. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Joe Burrow is one of one, so
Sure.
you can't even compare him to any.
very true. But he
Any
did
other
say,
human,
because he was like, the cold
right?
doesn't affect how I throw. I'm like,
Tom, I seen a lot of guys go cut that code up a whole lot of times.
I think it's hard to catch the ball in the cold, but throwing it,
Yeah, but you're probably a little bit harder to catch it. You're right.
my fingers would be frozen. I don't know.
Body, a lot of
Michael Irvin.
body catching.
Well, dang. TJ just picked the Browns to win versus the Bears this weekend.
I like it, bud.
I'm not going to agree with that. I'm going to have to go with these two boys over here.
But I hope they do, though.
But I do think Shador is going to have a great performance and continue keeping his starter job. He did say he's going to have the starter job the rest of the season, and he tweeted this. He said, "Thank you, God." So he's happy, and now let's just hope that he's going to be the starter for next season. So he's got some tough games coming up. He's just got to play good enough. I don't think anybody's expecting him to win. But if he can show that there's hope in Cleveland, who knows? But let's go to a team that's kind of lost a lot of hope. And some of their fans are really upset right now. So following the brutal 4-interception loss to the Chargers on Monday, Jalen Hurts has now been hearing it. The Philly fans are absolutely crazy. And right now they're kind of calling for the Eagles to bench Super Bowl MVP, and they want to start Tanner McKee. I'm like, what is going on? These fans are crazy.
Mickey Mouse.
So Nick Sirianni actually had to come on and let everybody know that the starter would be Jalen Hurts, which is crazy. Like, you have to say that? Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. So, TJ, does Jalen Hurts deserve all the criticism he's getting right now?
No, he don't deserve all the criticism. We all have bad days. And the Philly fans is the worst, man. Through history, you would do one thing wrong, they ready to fold the whole organization up. From the old stadium, the players don't even like their fans. And that's for good reason, because as soon as you do one thing wrong, you got everybody on your head cussing and talking that Philly slang. But nah, man, I mean, it's a team game. It always comes down to it's a team game. And when you're doing and playing a certain style of football that you've been playing since the man been there, and then you go against it the last couple of weeks because of the fans talking about, oh, we need to win like this and he need to throw like that, then you lose. Now you're calling for the man job after he just won you a Super Bowl. That's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you put something on them coaches too, man. Sirianni, you got to do better. You got to do better, man. The game plan got to be better. Your motivational skills got to be better. You could do a lot better, but than just sitting. Now, he ain't all hyped up like you usually see him, right? He usually on the sideline all amped up and talking shit. And, you ain't seen none of that shit. Where's the motivation in bad times? That's when you need a head coach.
Yeah.
That's when you need a guy with all that energy and that goal and them nuts to be talking shit to everybody. Not when it's up. When it's up, it's up. Everybody happy when it's up.
Yeah.
Where you at when it's low? Where's your support for your quarterback? Okay, the little support, but you need to stand taller for your quarterback. That's what you need to do. Don't be worried about saying he the starter. We all know he the starter. Unless you want to put that other, they going to run you up out of there too. You put that other quarterback in the game.
Right, they going to be calling for your job.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy. But
Although, wait a second. you don't really believe in Jalen Hurts in the big picture, right?
No, man, I believe in Jalen Hurts.
No,
I think my words got misconstrued.
You believe
This is
in
what
him.
I said.
You said he was
I said he's a good quarterback, top 10. Let him play his playing style.
Yeah.
Don't have him Peyton Manning out there throwing 40 times a game. If you have any quarterback throwing 40 times a game, and that's not what they do, it's going to be ugly. I don't care who it is. This new age of quarterbacks is not a 40 times a game throwing quarterback class. You can look at any quarterback. Max 30, 32. You win like that, but 40 times you asking, it's impossible. You can't go out there and do that, man.
I don't think he deserved criticism, but even if you do throw the ball 40 times, you look at last game, shit, he had a receiver fall down, he had a receiver drop. That's 2 of the picks right there. Mm-hmm. At the end of that game, he threw dots to win the game.
And what happened? They dropped.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, they don't got nothing to do with Hurts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No,
they don't have nothing to do with Hurts.
For sure.
So whatever style of play he was playing, he threw dots to win the game. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Before last game, he only had 2 interceptions on the year.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now he got 6. He's still very low in interceptions with a 4-pick game. And all he did was, since taking over for Carson Wentz, is been to the playoffs every year, been to the Super Bowl twice, won MVP, won the Super Bowl. Man, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Like,
it's crazy.
What are we talking about here? The run game ain't cracking. Of course, that's gonna make it harder for you. You take any of the top, you take the Rams right now and let them get stagnant on the run game. It's gonna make it harder for Stafford, for anybody. If the Cowboys stop running the ball that's good, the games they don't run the ball that good, the offense is kind of stagnant. So that's just football. You know what I'm saying? Run, open up the play action. The Lions, when they don't run the ball good, it's hard on JG. That's just football, man.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
So it is what it is.
To your point, Dak is throwing in 40 plus times, right? How many turnovers does he lead the ball games with? He be leading with 2. 2 picks
per game.
I mean, you come on, man. Everybody,
you got to be able to
you
run the
lose
ball.
games, you're gonna get some criticism, but Philly just take it too far. I think it's not even surprising at this point. That's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? They do this. They challenge their team come out and beat the shit out of somebody. So hey, that's what the Philly fans do. They just doing their job. That's what they always do.
You know what the old line is about them? Cliche is they booed Santa Claus once upon a time.
Right.
What was the stadium called? Memorial?
What's that?
The old stadium where they played in with
at the vet.
With the vet. I said Memorial.
Yeah, and some fake Santa Claus ran out and they all booed him. Okay, I got it.
That's what they do, man. They're a tough crowd.
When I used to travel with the Cowboys on their team plane, they would take groups of fans occasionally, and it was the only place was the vet that they would tell them you can't wear cowboy garb going to the game. It's just too dangerous. They're
like the Raiders.
Yeah, like
don't
that.
Come in there.
Yeah, don't come in there with the other team's stuff on.
The Coliseum.
All right, so I'm going to say this again about Jalen Hurts. The day he was drafted, the day Howie Roseman stole him in the 2nd round, I immediately tweeted, you can go look it up, Jalen Hurts will change life in Philadelphia. And that's when Carson Wentz was still riding pretty high. I just never loved Carson Wentz. I love everything Jalen is made of. He's a coach's son. Intangibles are off the charts. He's always the best in shape. He's the strongest in the weight room. He's quiet leadership. He's not like the greatest thrower of the football in the history of the NFL. He's not like Dan Marino, but it gets where it's supposed to go when it's supposed to get there.
Marino ain't got no chip.
And what's that?
Dan Marino
He never got
no
a chip. He got to the chip, but he didn't win the chip. He lost to Montana.
Niners kicked that ass.
Okay, all right. So I look at Jalen's resume. In 2022, he finished 2nd in MVP. Okay, that's pretty good. That shows he's got firepower, man. And then the truth is, in both the Patrick Mahomes Super Bowls, he outplayed Patrick both times. Because in the first one that they lost, he threw for 304 and he ran for 70. And he threw 1 touchdown pass with no picks and had 3 rushing touchdowns against Mahomes. Okay, that's like an MVP performance, but you barely lost in the end to Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
And then he didn't play as well in this past Super Bowl, but he was the MVP. Okay, so you got that going, and your overall record in the regular season as the starter is 54-25. Wow. Well, only Josh Allen and Patrick have slightly better starting records over their time in the league. Okay, so it's hard to criticize anything, even in the postseason. He's 6-3. That'll work. You know, that'll get you there. And yet, the truth is, facts are the facts. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't been very good. His QBR over the last 5, average QBR is 33. Scale 0 to 100 it's pretty far below average. And he's 4 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, and he's lost 3 fumbles. But to your point about Monday night, he made throws in that game that should have won the game. I don't know. I don't know how you can do it any better than he did it.
Simple as that.
The first play of the game, he throws just this sweet rainbow to AJ, and I don't know, he didn't catch it. For whatever reason, he didn't catch it. And then 2:47 left in regulation, he throws rainbow into the end zone back line. It's just right there. I don't know. The DB played it well. He played it very well.
That shit hit 2 hands.
But 2 hands. It hit both hands. You got to catch it.
Dropped it.
Okay? And AJ had one go through his hands. It was maybe a little high and a little hard. I don't know, but you got to catch it, or at least you got to control it enough that it doesn't just ricochet right into DB's hands. So I didn't think he played badly in this game. I thought he played well enough to win the game.
Me too.
And yet he winds up with 5 turnovers, 4 picks, and a lost fumble on the craziest play we've seen all year. And one of the craziest plays in the history of pro football is he throws an interception, guy gets stripped, he gets it back, he tries to do too much, he's going to try to run with it because he can run with it, and he gets stripped. So he has 2 turnovers on 1 play. So the other point you made that you have to drive home is every quarterback needs some run game. You just can't do it all by yourself. And Saquon, I know he busted the 52-yarder. It was on a trick play off the fake tush push, where they ran the toss off the tush push. And he hits a crack, and they just caught the Chargers off balance a little bit. And if he can find a crack, he can still fly, man. Sure. Okay, I'll give you that. But for the game, his impact was low to no impact.
His impact on the season.
Yeah, for the season, he's averaging 66 rush yards a game. His combined yards, run and catch, for this year are 86 yards a game. Last year, he was 142 a game in combined yards. Last year, he was 125 a game rushing, and he's only 66. So right now, they rank 22nd in the NFL in rushing yards. Last year, they were 2nd. Okay, what do you think is going to happen to the quarterback? He's probably going to have a hard time, right?
But that's what's tough about this league. So they're so hard on the quarterbacks. Yeah. You have the highest paid running back in the league. He's rushed for over 100 yards 2 games.
Right. So
all
when that happened,
long.
So when that happened, when the numbers ain't looking good and we struggling, it all goes back to, can my quarterback find a way to win?
Yep.
And they fucking leading the NFC East right now. They still finding ways to win.
And Jalen Hurts is
still in the playoffs. He's not. It's not like he's sitting bottom of the NFC, and they still in the playoffs, about to be the 4th seed. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
and if I was an Eagles fan, if I was upset with anybody, it'd be A.J. Brown. You're talking all this time. You had 3 costly drops. Why is it always on Jalen Hurts?
Always on Hurts, man.
It's always on Hurts.
Because he's the quarterback, man.
And
you got to take it. Take the good
I
with
know
the
they
bad.
ain't got the O-line, but, man, you gave Saquon that bag, too. You got to make 2, 3, 4 guys miss sometimes, man. Run through a guy and do what you got to do. I mean, jump over. You was jumping over.
Saquon going to turn on right when that shit counts.
He need to, because I'm sick of that sad look in his eyes. Like, come through, run the motherfucker over, stiff arm, be a hard, do that. You're the number 1 back in the league, right? 2,000 yards.
We talk like they not winning the NFC East right now. They are.
No, I'm not talking. I'm just,
They in a nice position, controlling their own.
Off of what
you feel me?
The Russian is looking like. That's what I'm going off.
You know who still believes that they maybe might not win the East? Skip Bayless.
Of course.
I'm hanging in.
You're hanging in. You got a little hope right now. The Eagles do have a nice bounce back game. They've lost 3 in a row, but they got the Raiders this weekend. I think we all would agree that how that's going to go.
It's the NFL still.
I don't know if that's a done deal, but I'll go.
Okay.
I'll give them that.
You're right. But on the other side of the NFC East, we have got the Cowboys are hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And a lot of us were kind of out on the Vikings for a second, but they had an impressive win last week.
They did.
So, Skip, assuming everyone here is taking the Eagles, which we talked about, will Cowboys beat the Vikings to keep their hopes alive?
Before I get to that, one last point about the Eagles before we leave them behind. Nick Sirianni, one of you guys brought him up. I think you did, TJ.
Yeah.
So this past, I don't know, a couple of days ago, I'm running on the treadmill. I'm looking for something to watch, and I accidentally started watching the Hard Knocks on NFC East that comes out week to week.
I need to watch that.
You
I
know
need to
what?
watch it.
It was really, really good because it went inside all 4 teams.
I love it.
Unfortunately for the teams, on weeks that they were about to lose big, bad games all the way across the board. But on Nick Sirianni, it's the first time I got to see him address his team, and it sticks with me every time you talk about that kind of coach where if you got your phone in the meeting, you're kind of looking at your phone, you're like, this guy ain't it, man.
Right.
And I can't fault or doubt Nick Sirianni's record as the head coach because it's been great, just like Jalen Hurts. You know, he's been hand in hand with Jalen Hurts. But I will say, it's just a bunch of phony baloney cliches, and I just didn't believe him. I didn't.
You weren't sold on it.
Yeah, it didn't move me at all. If I were sitting in the audience of in the team meeting hall, I would just be thinking, really? This guy is my head football coach, and it's fine when you're winning, but all of a sudden you lose a couple and you start to teeter and you start to talk about, are we going to 2023 where we lost 5 of the last 6? Then you look to the head coach to flip the right switch, to say the exact thing that needs to get said in the meeting room, and I didn't hear it. I don't know.
I need to watch this, because you listen with a certain pair of ears.
Yeah, I know. You would be different.
With the Eagles hater ears.
Yeah, he listened with a pair of cowboy ears. So he probably don't like shit that was coming out there. Like, oh, it's fake. You're going to lose 6 straight. It's fake. I got to watch it. I got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You know who come from that tree. Sirianni, Stefanski, they from the same tree, so
well,
they two of the same.
Yeah, I don't want that tree in my backyard.
They totally different.
You don't want that.
They got totally different results.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Sirianni results is nice.
Now to the Cowboys.
Okay, yeah, back to your Cowboys.
So it was interesting on Hard Knocks. You could see inside as CD came off the field with his concussion, and he just said, I want to play. Let me go. Let me go back in. They said, nope, once your helmet, you're going to the locker room.
No way they was letting him go back
Okay.
in.
I don't know. Whatever. The referee was freaking out because he said he went into the fencing position.
He did.
Nah,
Skip,
he was
you saw
talking
that, Skip.
to himself.
First
Skip
I
be
thought,
acting like he don't be seeing shit.
I know, but-
Cowboys.
Skip
Okay.
says, you got a
I thought he
concussion?
was.
What?
I thought he
Get
hurt
in
his
there.
hand. I thought he rolled on his hand at first.
I thought he was talking to himself. He was
And like that. Okay,
You
whatever.
didn't see when he tried to get up, Skip, his arm was
I
limp.
didn't see it.
That means you sleep, Skip. I've seen that 1,000 times.
Okay, all right.
He is sleep.
Okay. All I know for sure about going into
Thursday.
Sunday night's game is that CeeDee Lamb was a full participant in yesterday's practice. And now I'm hoping that George Pickens is a full participant in the football game on Sunday night. And I believe
Don't get leave on that.
They finna go off, though. I mean,
That's crazy, Skip.
Okay, well, I saw Randy Moss on ESPN. Randy Moss is pretty good at playing that position. Just turn to his camera and say to George Pickens, you're better than that. And that's
I saw
truth.
Steve Smith, who's also pretty good, say he watched the 22 tape and say, shit, he ain't dogging nothing.
Okay, well, that's
So
what you said.
What we saying?
Whatever he did or didn't do, I need him to be full-on George Pickens in this game. And I believe he will be. And I don't know why, but the Cowboys have always had Justin Jefferson's number. And I don't know, he just never has had a game against them. He's lost all 3. We've beaten them the last 3 times. That probably doesn't come into play here at all. But at home, we've been dominant. We've scored 32, I'll round up, 33 points a game, average 431 yards a game at home. I think we can put up those kind of numbers, albeit against Brian Flores' defense, which hasn't been what I thought it was going to be. It's 12th in points allowed. It's still dangerous. It's
solid.
Good. He'll have some stuff for Dak. He'll have some stuff for CD and for George, but we're just better than they are. And look, J.J. McCarthy went to Detroit and beat the Lions. He did. It was 27-24. He didn't put up like dazzling numbers, but he did that.
He did 0 interceptions.
Yeah, and we went there and got blown out of the stadium. It was 44-30. So he's one up on us, but I think we'll be one up on him on Sunday night. So I'm going to say we can get to 30 against Flores' defense. And so I think we'll win 30-24. That's what I got.
I like it. JJ is coming off his best game of the
Yeah.
season now. So,
one good game, though, Aqib.
Yeah, it's one good game, but you
game.
have that energy when you're coming off your best game of the season. But I still think Dallas get that done because the Cowboys, they get pressure right in your face. That's how their team is built right now. When they're playing solid on defense, they get pressure right in the middle, and that's how you beat young quarterbacks, man. You put pressure right in their face. You know what I'm saying? Edge pressure is one thing. They can step up and move. When that pressure come in your face, it really make your eyes really go down. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Cowboys' strong part. They're not a high-powered passing team at all. You know what I'm saying? With this quarterback situation, the Vikings got. That's how you beat Dallas. You air their ass out. You see the games Dallas lose, they get aired the fuck out every time. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't a high-powered passing team, it's gonna be hard for you to beat them, man. And on flow defense, you start talking about flow defense, B-flow.
Yeah.
You can hit big plays on B-flow defense. They blitz. If that could create a little bit of time like he did against the Chiefs, like he been doing lately, hold that ball for that extra second, you can hit big plays on that defense, and it looked like CD going to play. So I don't even know how much B-flow will blitz because you in a dilemma at that point. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to blitz and lead these guys one-on-one, or do I want to play my cover four? He got a nice little cover four, matchy cover four he play. Do I want to play my cover four and just stay on top and make that kind of do what the Lions did?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Lions just kept everything in front of them, stay deep, no deep ball, or try not to give up no deep balls. They can kind of play that kind of way too, a lot of too high. So I don't think they'll come out and blitz 40, 50% of the time like he usually do. I think they'll see that tape and they'll just make it a slow grind for Dallas and try to play them that way. But long as the Cowboys stop that run, man, they'll be good. They should be able to, like you say, score 30 and beat these guys, man. Dak won't have to worry about as much blitzing because of Pickens.
Yeah.
Y'all got, if he gonna beat her or not, well, he changing the game plan right now. He doing his job right now,
All right.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, making you not blitz Dak as much because you're gonna be scared to blitz him. You're gonna be scared to lead these guys solo by themselves. So that's what Pickens brings to the table right there, man. He winning the game for you right now.
I think that defense is worse than them numbers say. A lot of times when you
mean Vikings or
Yeah, which defense?
Yeah, the Vikings. Vikings defense. A lot of times when your offense is so bad, your defense looks better because the opposing offense doesn't have to do as much.
Right.
Once you get a certain lead, or you just keep it to win the game. You're not really trying to take points and light the scoreboard up because you know the opposing offense can score. I've been in that situation with the Browns. Our offense is bad. We middle of the pack, 15, because the offense just stopped really opening up their playbook throughout the game. So that being said, I think that gonna light them up because, you know, JJ, he can't put points on the board. The Vikings, they just can't put points on the board.
He dropped the 30 ball last week.
Yeah, that's an anomaly.
I know, but even for what he did
they
last
giving
week.
up.
It was a 30 ball. It was against the Commanders, but it was a 30 ball. You know,
Even
they
with
did shut him
everything
out
he did
too.
last week, he
They shut
ranked
him out.
dead last in completion percentage.
He missed a lot of games. He ain't been there all year.
23, 19, 27.
All that ain't
24.
JJ. But,
I know it ain't.
It was a 30 ball.
But you playing the Dallas Cowboys with the two best receivers in the league.
Yeah.
They've been lighting everybody up.
Exactly.
They've been lighting everybody up. So,
They've been getting lit up too.
but they don't. The Vikings don't have it to light them up.
Yeah.
They don't have it to light them up. So it's gonna be around 30-10. You ask me, you know, at AT&T.
30-10.
Yeah, I mean the Vikings, they can't score. They can't score.
I completely agree.
One last thing about my Cowboys. After I slept on it, I just couldn't get this out of my system. We just weren't ready to play the Lions on Thursday night in Detroit. And by ready, I mean trickling down to the special teams. We tackled nobody on their kick returns. Nobody. Their average starting position for the game was the 41-yard line, and I just couldn't live with that. So then I did watch the Hard Knocks, and it's got Dak on the field before the game. He's hyping everybody up, and he's yelling, I fucking love this. I fucking love this. Like, this is going to be the night. This is going to be the place. Like, this is what we live for. And what? On the opening kickoff, you know, they run it back to the 42. It's wrong, man. I mean, you can just see when a team is ready, you know, that
It was the scheme too.
I know, but it's just ready to play. Do
They
you
got
want to
the
hit
ball,
somebody
they hit
or
that near
not?
sideline, man.
Yeah,
They
nah,
like
fuck
they
that.
like put all their blockers to
You
the
gotta
near
have
sideline.
straight dogs on special teams.
Yeah, but it's
Especially
some.
But nah, that wasn't.
effort.
It had nothing to do with no dog.
effort.
Hey,
The Lions had a nice return scheme, bro.
The
The Lions, you know what? They always have a
Bro,
kickoff
that scheme
return
was nice,
scheme.
bro. He was hitting the
They
near
always
sideline,
do. They
getting up
do.
that
I'm not
sideline,
gonna
getting
hold
to the
you.
40.
It's like they done had the same special teams playbook for the last 20 years. Because I remember when I was in Cleveland, man, they had some return where they was knocking motherfuckers out, like coming, peeling back. You had to run down like this.
Okay.
Literally knocking cats out.
You watch
Sleep.
them kickoff returns. That man, they scheming that shit up.
Okay, but they had to call up some white dude from the practice
And
squad.
he was fearless
just
too.
killed
He
him.
was
hitting
Just
it.
killing him.
That's sometimes that's what you need, a straight practice squad guy who's trying to make some money because you just gotta hit that shit. And a lot of guys like Turpin not just really hitting that shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we need some white guys on the kick.
Hey man,
Yeah,
young,
right. Some
hungry.
kamikazes. That's what they
Yeah,
call them.
motherfucker trying to get a check.
Kamikaze.
They gonna die for this shit.
He's trying to get a check, man. Listen, telling you.
So all the boys are agreeing that the Cowboys
Yeah.
are going to win this one.
Yeah, Cowboys gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah, I'm agreeing because there's no way J.J. McCarthy's going to be able to put up 30 like that.
Can't match
Put up 30. He can't do it. I've never believed in J.J. McCarthy.
Thank
He's been
you.
showing it this year. He had one good game. That's not enough in the NFL.
Now watch him throw for 400.
I know, because we all said that. But 70% of the chat has the Cowboys winning.
Only 7?
Well, that's a pretty good amount.
It's a lot of Minnesota.
Yeah,
teams out there.
you still, but we got to get to the Broncos because we know these two boys right here have been waiting for this point in the show the entire time.
Yeah.
So this might be the matchup of the weekend. We have the Red Hot Packers making the trip to Denver to take on Bo Nix and the Broncos. So the thing that is confusing me, though, is
What's that?
at home, the Broncos are an underdog. What?
Wild. That's the
Very
man in the leaks.
2.5 point
It's not
favorite.
very surprising to me.
You don't think that's surprising?
Oh, come on. 2.5. Your dog.
I'm gonna
at
tell you
home?
Dogs
why.
at home?
I'm gonna tell you why.
We'll find out, but first I want to hear what Bo Nix has to
All
say, okay, Aqib?
I don't really care. My mom thinks we'll win, so that's all that matters.
Right here, Bo. I think y'all gonna win.
See,
too.
how you gonna?
Sweet.
How you not
Your
like
mom
that?
and Aqib Talib think you're gonna win. He always
Remember.
does. Let's hear what you got to say now, Talib.
I mean, they playing a good football team. It's only a few teams who will go to Denver and be the favorite. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the Rams. That's probably the Packers. Maybe the Eagles. They might send the Eagles there and get them 2.5 points. And maybe Seattle. Then probably only 4 teams who will go. Maybe the Bills.
Now you're about
Well,
5
that's
or 6.
4. That's 4 teams. That's a
Wow.
few. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And they do it because just some Vegas shit. They do it because if they give the Packers 2.5 points, it's gonna be too lopsided. Everybody gonna take the Packers. It's gonna be too lopsided of a bet. You know what I'm saying? They gotta give. I mean, they gotta give the Broncos the points. That's gonna make people pick the Broncos. We know America don't believe in the Broncos. Vegas know that. You know what I'm saying? So they sway the points just to balance out the bet. You know what I'm saying? We like to be the underdogs anyway, so it is what it is. That's just 2.5. That's some Vegas shit. It's almost mean it's an even game. We don't know who's gonna win. It's pretty even.
Well, you get 3 for home field, so it's not even.
But if they give the Packers any points coming there, it's gonna be too lopsided. Everybody except for Denver is gonna pick the Packers. You know what I'm saying? And then they either gonna lose a bunch of money or you know how that shit goes, Skip. It's just some Vegas shit. It's just how they do it. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it done before. They just do a crazy spray. Like, hold on, what? Now the bets would be 50-50. That's what Vegas want. They want half the people to be here. They want half the people to be here. So, hey, man, it don't matter what the fuck the spread is because Bo playing his best football right now. You see him last 3 games, he been cooking. You know what I'm saying? We getting Ben Powers back. That's one of our starting guards. That run game gonna crank the fuck up. And, hey, man, people get after the motherfucking Packers. The Browns got after him 5 sacks. The Eagles got after him 3 sacks. And you best believe the Broncos gonna get after him, man. So hey, whatever the spread
What do
is.
you got? 7 sacks?
Yeah, I like us to pop out and have one of our days. 5. Give us 5. We're gonna have a nice 5-sack game. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna limit them explosives that he living on right now. And we're gonna beat the shit out of him, man. I like us to win by like 10.
Like 10?
Yeah, I like us to get like a 27-17 type game for us.
Bronco. But you want them to lose 1, so why not this one?
Yeah, this might not be the one. We feel played about that underdog
Yeah,
shit.
that ain't right.
So, Yeah, we gonna show them. I think the one we gonna lose probably gonna be the last game of the season. I think the Patriots gonna lose. So last game of the season, we gonna be like, we lose, we still the number 1 seed. We gonna sit guys. That's gonna be in the streak right there, and then we can get it going. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had to see how the season flow out, but. Skip, what you trying to do?
They're so
you want to give me my 2.5? You like it? Give me my 2.5 points at home.
Nope, not this
Skip
time.
You don't trust Green Bay?
That's how you know Vegas look. Skip scared.
I got
You think you would ever support Micah Parsons?
Yeah, that
Come
is
on.
true. I can't put dinner on Micah Parsons.
Not even a head up fade. You know I don't even want the points. I don't even fuck with the points when me and you go, Skip.
Well, I just made 2 gimme bets. Right?
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't like it? I would say that's how I know. Look, America. Y'all know we gonna win.
I got Buffalo.
Skip like Skip plugged in Vegas. He like, I ain't touching that shit. I know who gonna win this game, man. Skip ain't touching that shit. He know who gonna win.
I'll go.
Yeah, we need TJ.
I mean, the reason I feel is just the analytics of the offensive team being more liked, right? Everybody wants to see the offense go in and put scores on the board. It's called, the stats metrics. I call it stats matrix because your ass gonna get confused. You're gonna lose your bet. Now,
we ain't too far behind them.
The Packers, they've been putting points up on the board
24 games.
Average ass defenses. The times they play good defenses, right? The Browns, they lost 10-13 low scoring game.
The Eagles?
Panthers, 13-16 low scoring game. The Eagles, 7-10 low scoring game. They don't want to come into no low scoring game. They ain't tough enough. They ain't built like that. You put their back against the wall, they got to play defense and scramble, scratch. They're going to lose that game. They like to be nice and comfortable at home, at Lambeau, division games where they know their opponent, they used to playing them. They feel comfortable like that. They got to go on the road, come to Mile High, they going to get sacked. Love ain't been sacked like he been to get sacked this weekend. Now, he only been sacked, 18 times this year? So he been playing comfortable. This is where he gets out his comfort zone. And we be saying the love I've been talking about. He been avoiding what I've been talking about for the last couple weeks. He ain't gonna avoid that shit this week. He ain't avoiding that shit this week. Them dogs gonna be on his ass. We sending them zone blitzes. Tufanga gonna come off. Tufanga gonna call it that edge. Sertan, he gonna do his thing, strapping up the back end and doing what he do, man. So it's gonna be a low scoring game where we win again because we gonna find a way to win.
But then look, you talk about them offenses. Our offense, we better than them. Our offense is ranked higher than theirs.
It is not.
Yeah, our yards per game, we better than them. Skip.
Yards
per
yeah,
game. What about
points? In points, we scored 23. They scored 24. Like, what are we talking about? We 23.7.
You're 14th in points scored.
And that's your average. It's a 1 point difference. If we average, they average.
All right.
Because we scored 23, they scored 24. That's the same.
We gonna bring that heat. Love don't like that heat.
Like they shit on the Broncos offense, but we better than them. On offense. We talk about total offense. The Broncos are a better total offensive team than the Packers. It's in the pudding. If we look at points, we can click on the points. Green Bay scores 24.8. The Broncos scores 23.8. They score 1 point a game more than us. Like that. Come on now.
So your favorite website, Pro Football Focus,
What
ranks
they say?
the Denver offense 14th and ranks the Green Bay offense 5th to 14th. That's why
I'm just going off total offense.
That's why that Vegas shit is saying no to you guys.
What about our defense?
What about the defense?
What PFF got us in defense?
In their defense.
All right. Green Bay's defense is ranked 6th overall. You're ranked 8th overall.
See, PFF, that's bullshit.
Okay.
Huh? Come on.
Now you're bullshit.
Come on.
They fuck up
If
too.
our offense and our defense is not, how the hell we 10-2?
PFF got
That's a
problems
good
on
question.
defense. They
That's
got
a good
problems on
question
defense.
because
How
as
we
I keep
10-2?
as I keep
why?
pointing
'Cause we
out.
close shit out.
Wait, you're 11.
You're 11-2.
That's
11-2. Close shit out.
Okay, you're 11-2, but as I keep pointing out to him, you're 9th in point differential. So that means you're barely winning game after game after
That's
game.
usually what the champs do every year.
And all of a sudden, Green Bay is going to Detroit, and Vegas is saying, "No, you ain't it, man."
I don't know
They're
what a barely win is. I know a win is a win, and then twice on Sunday.
Okay, but you're barely winning. That's what you're doing. So this is what I know. You lead the league in sacks, 55. Green Bay is coming with the sack master,
He is.
the all-time dominator.
We lead the league in sacks given up, too.
Who are we
Who you
talking about?
Who you talking about?
My old Micah Parsons.
Oh, my God.
We lead the
Don't-
league in
don't
sacks
flip
given up,
on me
too.
now.
Don't
Hey,
skip.
Don't flip
Hey.
on us now.
Green Bay is coming with this combination of Reggie White and Lawrence Taylor, unlike any we've ever seen.
You know he's
Get
funny.
just
And he is
on that
about to-
alley-oop
I-
shit on
I-
him on
He's about
Monday.
to inflict pain. I'm just going by what Aqib Talib has.
He's nice. He is.
You've grounded into my brain, into my psyche.
We also got
Micah
Sean
is
Payton.
it. So how can you go against Micah Parsons?
Because we're going to chip the shit out of him,
Are
keep
you?
4 eyes, and what Richie say? 4 eyes and 4 arms on him at all times. That's what we're going to do.
Well, that's what they tried to do to Lawrence Taylor. That's what they tried to do to Charles Haley. They tried to do it to Reggie White, and they couldn't stop those 3 guys.
Shit, they can't stop Parsons neither.
Hey.
I think you know who really is our X factor, and I always go back to this a lot, is special teams, Marvin Mims.
I love
Get a
Marvin.
return,
Okay.
get that field position like we mostly usually do. It's gonna be a long day. That X factor right there. Special teams, you can never.
okay.
It's the difference between wins and losses. When you're looking at offense and you're looking at defense, and I just asked how are we 11-2.
Okay.
That X factor right
Okay, so
there.
now you're reaching
It's
bold.
Marvin Mims.
I ain't
That's
reaching
all you
it.
got.
Hey, it's proof in the pudding.
Marvin Mims? Really?
We just said that's how the Cowboys lost to Detroit, right?
Yep.
All right, there you go.
Okay. All right.
Wait, but are you, Skip,
There
are
you
you
have it.
picking the Packers?
I'm about to pick the Packers because
What?
I'm just going on
No.
your other favorite
I
stat.
never thought I'd see this day.
QBR, you're going to dismiss it as some QBR shit, right? That's what you're going to tell me, right? Okay. So QBR, right here, right now. Jordan Love has very quietly just crept up the rankings in QBR. Dak barely leads at 73.4, but at 73.1 is Jordan freaking Love.
He got a lot to do with
He's
their
got a lot
wins, though.
going
He
on.
definitely does.
Bo Nix,
Where's
as
Bo?
we
Yeah.
speak, is 17th in QBR.
That's
Yikes.
cool.
Did you see that pick he
Below
threw last
average.
week? Jordan Love, right to.
Bro, we don't give a fuck about no QBR.
You don't?
We give a fuck about the WIN. You know what I'm saying? We already told you that, Skip.
So Vegas is saying, well, Green Bay's just better. They're just better. Pro Football Focus says Denver's ranked 8th as a team. Green Bay is 4th overall as a team.
Oh, they trying to collect this weekend. That's what they doing.
They know what
trying
Vegas
to
doing, man.
collect.
They
Yeah,
trying
go
to
ahead.
add.
They're
Put your
always
money on
trying
the
to
Packers.
collect.
We gonna stuff this Santa bag with all your dough.
Yeah. And yet, I got to shout out my man, Lil Wayne, because he does love this show and he does watch us. So he was texting with me the other day after the games, obviously the game that they won on Sunday night against the Bears.
Trying to bet Lil Wayne.
And I'm gonna quote my man Lil Wayne. He said, "We looking like one of them special teams right now." So, and he is as smart a sports fan as I've ever been around. So he can be very critically objective
Right.
of the Green Bay Packers that he just grew up loving in New Orleans. It's a long story, but he loves him some Packers. And he is seeing special right now. So that's why Vegas is also seeing special in 2.5
Text
point
Tunchi.
Like
Text
that.
Tunchi. Tell him I'm trying to put 5 racks on the Broncos plus 2.5.
Really?
Yeah.
5 racks?
Yeah, 5 racks easy. It ain't shit to Tunchi. You know what I'm saying?
No, he spits that.
Yeah, he spit
He
that shit
spits
out. Like, you know what I'm
that.
saying? So yeah, just
Man,
a nice
I
little 5. This is a gentleman's bet. I'm trying to do that. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
so you want to bet with him?
Yeah, I want to bet with Tunchi. You don't want to bet?
I don't want to bet because it's against my religion to bet on Micah Parsons.
Oh yeah,
As
I
much
feel
as-
that.
well, it is.
Well, it
Right.
ain't against Tunchi's.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna- I don't care.
trying to bet him 5
Even
racks.
though
I
believe the
he like the
Packers
Broncos
will
plus
win this
2.5.
game, but I ain't putting nothing on it.
To know that, I mean, Skip
I
rides
just-
by his picks, and he's got some good picks. And so the fact that he's with Micah Parsons after you have sat on the show every single week and hated on him.
I got
Woo!
Micah's team 30-17 in this.
Oh, they gonna beat the shit out of us.
30-17.
They gonna beat the shit out of us.
That's crazy.
Lil Wayne and Skip Bayless.
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
Packers.
Hey,
All right.
As soon as the show's over, I'm going to text him that you want 5
racks.
bandos.
Yeah.
All right, put that
do,
in.
Do you want to just do it straight up? Or you
Nah,
want
we
the
want the
points?
spread and all. We want our 2.5.
Spread.
The spread won't even come into play in this because it's going to be a
Yeah, that's
rout.
what I said. Ain't we gonna whoop their ass 27-17?
Broncos for 5K. Oh my gosh, I gotta write this down so I can check back in.
That ain't locked in yet, so put a question mark by that. Question mark.
Oh,
question
okay,
mark,
okay.
question mark.
Lil
We gotta see
Wayne,
we gotta see what
Packers.
Tunchi say.
Dang,
We
this is
gotta
gonna
see
be
what
a
he
battle.
say. I like
All I
that.
know is it's fun for me to keep track. Do I get a little commission as the track keep?
Yes, you
New
do.
Vegas.
I'm New Vegas. Go ahead and put your bet in
Cage.
with Underdog in Kinsey. All right, guys, we have got to get to the Patriots because
Yeah.
they have gotten some slack this season for an easy schedule. But this Sunday, they can put that to an end because they've got Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at Foxborough. So it's going to be crucial AFC matchup. And the Pats can clinch the AFC East with a win. So huge for them. Similar to the Broncos, the Patriots find themselves as home underdogs. So a lot of home underdogs right now. What is Vegas doing? And they host Buffalo. So like Bo Nix, the Patriots head coach has something to say about that.
The people in Las Vegas have you guys as underdogs Sunday night.
Who are the people, Ben?
I guess the odds makers.
There you go.
The odds makers.
They're called odds makers. There's a lot of people in Las Vegas. There's only a few of them that they trust to set the line.
So do you pay attention to that? I mean, do you notice that?
No. I mean, again, it gets brought to attention. I don't think that, it's every week you see in this league that records really don't mean anything. And, the point spreads and survivor pools get blown up every week and all that other stuff. So we're just trying to focus on our preparation here and get back into it.
Okay, so Vrabel is 6-0 coming off the bye week in his career as a head coach. And so the Pats are seeking their 11th straight win. Aqib, did the Patriots win the AFC East Sunday?
No.
Oh,
I like the Bills to come take one, man. You come off that bye, you 6-0, but it's different when you come off that bye 6-0 with a 11-2 team. You know what I'm saying? Good teams go on that bye and they relax. You know what I'm saying? They really relax. So I expect the Patriots to come out a little slow because I've been a part of a lot of good teams. It's tough to get it back going. You know what I'm saying? Once you crank out 10 wins in a row, you take a bye week, then to crank it right back up, that's tough to do. You know what I'm saying? I like the Bills to protect the ball this game. That's what they didn't do the first game. That's why they lost the game, the first game against the Bills. So Drake had the ball last. He went down, got a field goal. I think Superman had a ball last this time, and he'll go get him a bucket at the end of the game. So I always said they had split since the beginning of the year. I think they had split it, and they split, man. This a huge game for the Bills. Not as huge for the Patriots. So they the back against the wall type team. They lose one more, that's 5. They damn near out the playoffs. The AFC is tough. You can't just keep dropping games, and they done dropped one too many already. So I feel like they're going to come out scratching and clawing, protect that football, and they go get them a dub, man.
What's the score?
28-24 Bills.
Okay.
Late score by Superman.
DJ?
Nah, I got the Patriots winning the AFC East this weekend. Look, they already went to Buffalo, got the win, right? We all know what helps Buffalo be successful is running the ball. They can't do that against New England. They cannot run the ball against New England. We just seen Superman have a Superman performance, and he's going to back it up with a Clark Kent. Just like he did
That's exactly what I was
going to
say. He can't be Superman
when he
every
Tampa
game.
Bay'd his ass to a win and came back and got Texan and dogged down. So that's what's going to happen. They're going to go to New England. It's hard to play in Foxborough. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but it doesn't matter. Drake May is going to protect the ball better. I do have it being a close game, though, however. Variable coming off the bye, like you said, 6-0. Going to have them boys ready, motivated, and let them know what this game means. We all know what that home field means for the playoffs. It's like you playing, like you said, the Bills is battling not to get knocked off the playoffs. We battling for that home field. That's just as important, damn near.
That's a totally different battle.
You feel me? That's just as important. We need that home field. We need to be at Foxborough, when it gets thick in these playoffs. So, Josh Allen, you say you hate Josh Allen. I don't hate Josh Allen. I go off track record. I see something and I reply to it. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm replying to what he does throughout the season. Got the Patriots.
Throughout the season, he damn near in the AFC chip.
He ain't beat the Patriots?
Yeah.
Last Superman performance, he went and did Tampa. What happened the next week? He gave the game up.
So I'm just hoping that Josh Allen watches you say what you just said.
I hope he does too. I don't give a damn. How about that one?
I do, because wherever he is, if he sees you say that, he just might say, excuse me, I got to go find a phone booth because I got to change out of these Clark Kent
You don't give a damn
clothes.
what I'm talking about.
I got to tell you, the Bills will win this game because they're going to have the 2 best players on the field. And our guy, James Cook, will be the 2nd best player on the field to Superman.
Been toting.
He is toting. He is gaining on Jonathan Taylor. I think he might catch him for the rushing lead before this is over. And they, as a team, lead the league in rushing. And the one thing about Josh Allen I keep pointing out about this year is when he's playing against somebody of magnitude, of stature, former MVPs, Lamar, Patrick, Aaron Rodgers, he goes Superman against them. He did not take Drake May and the cute little Patriots very seriously when they slipped in the back door in Buffalo and beat him. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Shit.
They weren't ready for it, and Josh did turn it over. They turned it over 3 times. He turned it over twice.
Red zone, too.
And red zone turnovers. And Drake May was quietly very good in that game, and he had a QBR of 72 to Josh's 49, and that's what happened. And to your point, Drake just said, I got this, and he took him down, and they walked it off with the late field goal. And I think it's going to be the flip of that this time. I got Josh outplaying Drake May in Foxborough, and as much as I respect Coach Vrabel and what they've done, the star power of Josh and James Cook will just be a little too much for the Patriots. And I agree with you. Coming off the bye, it's almost like you celebrate that you got to, what are they, 11-2.
It's hard not to.
You celebrate a little bit, and you won't be quite ready to play. And Buffalo is desperate. They're on a roll. They're on a late season roll. They're saying, we are it. And I still think their defense is average in a good way. I don't think it's because it's 28th against the run, but I still say in points allowed, it's middle of the pack where they're good enough to do good things late in the year. That's why I bet the dinner on the future game, Philly at Buffalo. I still got Superman and James Cook in that game because I think they're on a late season roll and becoming increasingly dangerous in the AFC as a legit contender. So here we go.
What's the score?
We know the Bills can't
23
stop.
to 20. I got
23 to 20.
Snotty nose. So they're going to continue to hang up 30.
Well, they stopped Joe Burrow when they had to.
They didn't stop nothing.
Yeah.
They did.
They didn't stop shit.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
They didn't stop Josh Allen from running the ball, which New England's going to do.
Hopefully.
Yeah, ain't no.
We'll see. Ain't nobody else done it. Shit. That's why they number one in
rushing. They did it once, right? They did it once.
They ain't do it that game. He just turned the damn ball over when he was finna score.
That's the other problem.
Drove down to go to score, turned it over again. Drove down to go score, turned it over.
That's what we
They
talking
didn't
about.
stop him. They
That's
just
what we talking about. You stop him if you take the ball. That's called getting stopped. Give me that ball. I need it.
Yeah, I am going to agree with you. I think the Bills are too reliant on Josh Allen. They always have been, and he cannot be Superman every single week.
Hey, them Patriots be out there hitting too.
Yeah.
They do. They be smacking shit.
They be smoking shit. You see Jackson Dart had his feet up in the air.
Well,
He running like
that's
the
been
damn-
consistent. Jackson Dart has his feet in the air almost every
He run like he the only man on the
them
field.
motherfuckers ruthless out there in New England.
Kinsey,
Man.
thank you for picking New England. I needed
I
that.
appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
So I'm going to go with the Patriots. I do want to
All
get
right.
to one last topic before we get out of here.
Whew.
Okay, and that is Joe Burrow. Because
Yeah.
Joe Burrow
Let's.
has been looking a little sad lately, and a lot of people are concerned because he's one of the stars of the league. And let's listen to what he had to say on the podium because
If I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? So, that's the mindset I'm trying to bring to the table. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Seem frustrating. There's just a lot of things going on right now. Ball related, personally, all the above. Like you said, there's nothing. All we can do is focus week to week and try to win games. I don't think anybody's really thinking about the playoffs right now. That's within reach, but on our fingertips. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing and try to get better.
Joe Burrow looks depressed.
That ain't Joe.
That is not Joe Burrow. And I know I could tell you one thing. A lot of teams took notice of these comments,
No doubt.
thinking, can I get Joe Burrow right now? So, Skip, can you see Joe Burrow forcing a trade or retiring early?
I was shocked by that.
Shocked.
Because
Jamar Chase was shocked. I
That's
thought it was
not
AI.
Joe Burrow that I know. And to pick that spot to say that was stunning. but I'm not going to overreact to it. And so I'm going to say barely, no, I can't see him forcing a trade. Once upon a time, probably before your time, Carson Palmer forced a trade out. After 7 years, he went 0-2 in the postseason and said, get me out of here, and they traded him to the Raiders. And yet, the saving grace of this is Joe Burrow did get to a Super Bowl. So it's not like he's 0-4 in the playoffs because he has no supporting cast.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow did go win a playoff game at Patrick Mahomes, and he went and won a playoff game at Josh Allen. So he did that with whatever supporting cast he had. So I just think he's just killing himself right now over the fact that he had Josh Allen beat at Buffalo.
Oh.
With 5 minutes to go, it's 28-25 visiting team. Bengals are ahead. And he made one crazy mistake that I still can't comprehend. He tried to do a little push pass extemporaneously, and Christian Benford just goes up and snatches out of the air and pick sixes it. It flips the game on its head.
And then,
the very next play, he gets it tipped and picked, and the game's over, basically, even though he did go down after that and score another touchdown, because that's just who he is. But I just think he's beaten himself up for what happened at Buffalo because he thought he was going to save the day. Beat Buffalo, win out, steal the AFC North, and it just didn't happen. For what he made one tiny little crazy, completely out of character mistake, and that's what you saw coming out of his mouth just now in that soundbite. So I'm going to say no, he won't, but I'm sure a lot of teams are licking chops and lining up their deals because who wouldn't want? I still think he's the best quarterback in pro football.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but it's a downtime for Joe. Like you just explained, everything is hitting him right now. And as players, we go through those moments like, God damn, how bad can it get?
Like it's over.
He'll shake that off. Yeah. I want to see the Joe Burrow when he first came back. What he said pregame, we get paid to play a kid's game.
That's true.
That's the Joe Burrow we all know, right? So I think he's just in a moment of depression, slight depression, the injury, the losing the bad game, and he'll shake back. But is a trade, not in the cards? It definitely could be in the cards, especially how the management is handling a lot of his coworkers. And, you need help to win in this game.
But they did pay T and Jamar for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to pay somebody on defense.
Yeah.
I keep saying it. Yeah. You got to pay the other side. You see what happens when you pay two receivers.
Yeah.
You get a defense like the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hey, I don't read much into it at all, man. Sometimes you just go to the podium on a bad day, you're pissed off from the loss, and you just say how you feeling at that moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever do that?
Of course. Yes. A whole lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So,
especially after a loss like that. Like,
man,
you're just down.
We talking about Joe Burrow here. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting traded, and he ain't retiring. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who want to be great. This is a guy who the owners hold as he is already great. You know what I'm saying? That's why we going to pay you. Who else you want us to pay, Joe? We going to pay him. Who else you need? A running back, an O-lineman? Fuck the defense. We going to make sure Joe can drop 38 points a game, and that's just what it is. So, I mean, Joe Lightweight sending the message to everybody, man. It's like, if we not having fun, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the vibe in the locker room. Maybe a lot of people is down. I don't know what the message mean, but I don't read much into it. He's going to come out Sunday and drop a 30 ball. Hey. And that's going to be very fun for him.
You know who made sure he had somebody getting paid on that other side? It's Tom Brady. Y'all better pay Lieb.
Yeah, but he took less. Tom always took less.
Exactly.
Yeah, right? I think that.
For that, I mean, it's
a lot of the Patriots, they homegrown, though. You know what I'm saying? They drafted Will Folk and Spikes and Mayo and McCourty, and they drafted a whole
what about Harrison and shit?
Yeah, they bring in a few guys. You know what I'm saying? They bring in a few pieces, but
they still got to pay them a second contract.
They a homegrown team, though, bro. They pay you early and still because, he looking promising, they pay you early and get it out the way because they know the cats. They just do good business in New England. You know what I'm saying?
You think they should play Trey? That's what you're
I'm not even specifically saying Trey because, he get a little long in the tooth. But at some point, you got to bring in some free agents.
They got to just draft better, bro. They got to draft better on defense.
All that coming
to account.
You're losing with
Agreed.
Why not
It's
get
not
a
fun
couple
losing.
pieces?
That's what
Hey,
Burrow
look,
said. It's
I
not
know
fun
one
losing.
thing
We need
what
to
the
win
Broncos
games.
did. They was lighting up the league on offense. Got in that Super Bowl, got their ass kicked. What they say? Oh shit! Let me get TJ. Let me get Lead. Let me get DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah.
And what we get? Chip.
But this is why the people
They
think
might
that
do
he
that.
might potentially leave is because the owners of the Bengals are never, ever, ever going to do that.
But
They've
look at
never
their track
done it.
record, Kids.
They are a poverty franchise. They're not going to
exactly.
go pay their players. They're not going to go out of their way to make trades at the deadline and make it happen.
Maybe that's
for
why
their
Joe's
team.
saying what he's saying.
And that's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? Maybe he's sending the message to them like, hey, this
Yeah.
ain't fun
Probably
losing
true.
like this.
Yeah.
Go spend some money and get some guys. We need to be winning. You know what I'm saying? So
I think if
guarantee you they
it
do
was on
whatever
the
they
table
want
to
him to
lose
do.
Joe, I'd be like, what do you
Ain't
mean?
like Cincinnati a timeshare destination. Like
No.
Yeah.
you ever been to Cincinnati?
But luckily, Joe Burrow grew up in Ohio.
He did.
grew up in Ohio.
And Joe not going nowhere, man.
He's not going nowhere.
Hell no.
And Jamar Chase is his best friend since college. That's his guy. You think he's going to leave Jamar Chase
He's
like
not
that?
going nowhere, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Not-
look, man, I gotta do
No.
what's right for me and my family.
And you are doing what's right for you and
doesn't
your
have-
family
I mean, he get-
by going out and drop 30 balls every week. That's what your family needs you to do.
And guess what?
Right in the neck.
If your defense can't stop a 4th and 15, you going home.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's so welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, but Kinsey, when you call them a poverty franchise, the cap is the cap, the salary cap, and just about everybody spends kind of up close to the cap. It's
Yeah.
not like they don't spend the money
you say? You
that,
gotta
that you
drive
have,
better.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they don't spend for amenities or facilities or
They actually
travel
got a
or
brand
what.
new
But what
facility.
they just had, I mean,
Yeah,
when
they
they went
just
to
got
the
a new
chip,
facility.
Yeah.
their defense was quite, they were pretty good.
Defense was trash.
Yeah.
Nah, they wasn't trash.
Well,
Defense
they
was
were
trash.
18th ranked.
What
We
is
found
18th
out.
ranked?
Yeah, they 18th ranked. That's trash.
Yeah, that ain't
It's
good.
trash. Burrow, get us there.
They seemed better. They had better pieces.
Don't throw that pick.
Right.
Don't
Well,
throw
but
that
that was
pick.
the
They had
problem.
better
They
Get us
had
there.
better
They did.
pieces, and they let them walk, and that was the initial problem.
Booyah.
And now we're at where we're at. But I do not think Joe Burrow will ever leave the Bengals. And I think this weekend, if he gets a win, he's going to turn right back around into Joe Burrow, happy Joe Burrow. He's got to beat the Ravens' butt and
Hey,
be
man.
happy. He just had a bad loss to Josh Allen.
You better go
Yeah.
And it was tough.
look
on
at
him.
that
Well,
bank account.
Yeah.
Get happy.
You're making $40 million a year. You got to show up.
Very
Better find some.
But the thing when you're Joe
happiness.
Burrow, though, you'll make $40 million anywhere. They'll be like, I'll give you 50.
Yeah, sometimes people think it's green on the other side. Hey, they paying you 40. Guess what they can't do?
Because any other good team has got their quarterback. What do you want to go to the Raiders? You trying to go to the Browns?
Shit.
Where are you
Hey,
going to go, Joe?
Now you talking. I like to see Joe in Vegas. I ain't gonna hold you.
Really?
That'd be nice.
No.
What's going to be the difference? The Raiders going to be dropping 30 points a game. They ain't going to pay nobody on defense because they paying Joe 50.
Good point.
So it is what it is. It's
Agreed.
Our-
cap is the cap.
Before we close out, though, you guys, we have to sing happy birthday to
Oh.
our guy,
Hey,
TJ.
Hey, he thought he was getting out of here like that.
Birthday to you.
Hey,
Happy birthday to you.
for me?
Happy birthday, dear bud. Happy birthday.
Oh, okay, got the Bronco
to
A
you.
Bronco
Bronco cake, my boy.
cake.
Yes, sir, that's you. Take that, man. Take that. That's for you, baby. Happy birthday, my
Oh,
boy.
the Broncos
Yes,
cake.
Skip.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Do I get
Yes,
it
sir.
Yeah.
Who gonna cut it? I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take this
Shit
home.
show.
You're like, what, 10 years younger than
10 years older.
10 days.
10
Nah,
days.
appreciate it. Now, big 39, though. Big 39.
Yeah.
Aw,
sir.
39.
39, yep.
Well, go celebrate hard this weekend, TJ, and go watch some football because we got some
That's all
good
I'm
games this
celebrating.
weekend. We will see you guys back on the couch on Monday.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.